I'm a creature with no skeleton inside your hands. Got no home address, I come and go as you command. And it's fine with me, and it's fine. I'm a bandit that you use to keep from bleeding out. I'm the lover you don't love, but love to keep around. And it's fine with me, promise that it's fine. Maybe I'm a fool. It's not like I'm expecting something new. You need examination. I'll be your medication. Whatever, whenever, I'll never tell you no. I'm a picture on your shelf that some days makes you smile. Then I gather dust and watch you go about your life. And it's fine with me. I swear it's fine. I'd be offended if I still had any dignity. Instead of savoring the drink, it's slowly killing me. I said it's fine with me. Tell me that it's fine. creature with no skeleton inside your hands. Got no home address, I come and go as you command. And it's fine with me, and it's fine. I'm a bandit that you use to keep from bleeding out. I'm the lover you don't love, but love to keep around. And it's fine with me, promise that it's fine. Maybe I'm a fool, it's not like I'm expecting.
Welcome in, everybody. We're going to get started here with Team Tickles versus Team Secret, and to help me through it, I have Snur alongside me. Snur, how are you doing this morning, man? Or afternoon over there?
No. We have basically the same time zone, so it's
Okay.
like just slightly in the afternoon. It's 1 o'clock for me in the afternoon, but I'm doing good. I'm excited for the matchup.
Nice. Yeah, I never know time zones. Like, you could ask me what time zone London's on, I still wouldn't know. But looking forward to cracking into this one with you, because this has been a matchup I've seen a few days ago. Team Secret were very strong coming into it, and Team Tickles, I'm wondering if they're going to be able to respond here, because it is all on the line for this one. This one is a knockout match. And have you got any thoughts coming into this one? Any favorites? What are we looking out for in terms of heroes? What do you want to see in this series?
The thing I want to see the most for Team Secret, I want to see them have solidified lanes. I think they do the absolute best when they have very strong lanes coming into it. I do think that Team Tickles is a particularly obnoxious matchup for them because of the pace that Team Tickles like to have in their game. So
Yeah.
Team Secret needs to be very careful about that. I think if they have a solid draft that they can solidify the lanes and the game is even at like 15 minutes, then Team Secret should be favored. But Team Tickles, if they can maintain the pace that has sort of made them a little bit of dark horses in these qualifiers, then they should be in for a pretty good matchup themselves.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. I mean, Team Secret in the last qualifiers, they didn't quite make it to the end. And like I say, this is for all the marbles coming through here. You do get knocked out. So Team Tickles may be out for a little bit of revenge on this one. And like you say, we'll see how they're going to pick. We can move ourselves into the draft just to see how this one is going to go. Seeing this on screen now, and taking a look, we see Techie's ban, we see the Darkseer ban, Doom, Batrider Chen, and the Razor being taken away here. And what's been left out of the bans? We've still got the Primal Beast, they take out the Clockwork, but the Enchantress is here if Puppy wants to get that in the first pick, the first phase.
They still have the Puppy Enchantress, they have his Nature's Prophet, they have Eki's Lion, which has been pretty phenomenal. And they still have, of course, it is Team Secret. We can't ignore the potential of them going for a super early Monkey King. So they have a lot of their really good heroes still on the mix. And what do they go for? It's the Ench. I mean, if it's Puppy's going to pick Ench, Nature's Prophet, or Chen in the first phase, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to be any different. But I'm very glad that Team Tickles have gone for the Centaur. I do think this hero has looked very good in their hands. And like I was mentioning, they play their best Dota when they're able to play quickly and on the front foot, and Centaur definitely precipitates that, right? Very strong laner, normally comes out of it ready to assist the team, get them into favorable position. So I think it's probably one of the best openers that they could go for.
Yeah, and especially with the, I'm seeing new build-ups on offlaners. A couple of months ago, everybody was building the Blade Mail Heart. Now it seems like everyone's going into that Veil, Eternal Shroud, Shiva's build.
Shivas, man.
Yeah, it's just, it is getting like a little bit ridiculous. This game is being figured out like day number 2, it feels like, on the patch. But it does mean that you do delay the initiation. Centaur Warren, though, does kind of not care about that with the Stampede being able to charge in. And how do you want to respond on the lane? What do you feel stands up against a Centaur that just won't be bullied out? Because we're seeing a lot of Faceless Voids coming out. The Razor's been banned, so Chrysalis won't be able to get that Razor out for him there. But is there anything specific you like against a Centaur in the lane?
I mean, we could always go for the classic, right? Just pick up Lifestealer. Crystallis does play a lot of Lifestealer.
Yeah.
And, generally speaking, one of the reasons I've seen Lifestealers lose a lot of games is Lifestealer loses games when he's the primary win condition. But if they can get caught in like some Storm Spirit, maybe an Ember, or even an OD or something like this, something else that actually dishes out bigger damage that can win out the team fights, then they can be fine. Crystallis can play his lane dominator, play his team fight matchups, and also, Monkey King, amazing in the lane versus Centaur in general.
True.
So they do definitely have some options to make sure that that side of the lane map is as strong as possible. That being said, Team Tickles has last pick, and we've been seeing in the last couple of days these Centaurs being played as 4s, being played as 5s as well. So they need to be careful about not picking up the carry hero until they know for sure that Centaur is the offlaner.
Yeah, and what are they going to go for? The Pugna comes out here for Team Tickles. Yeah, and you would know, excuse me, speaking about the Ember Spirit, that is a hero that I'm seeing pretty much every single series because of how powerful the Mage Slayer is at the minute. You'll be able to get the sleight of fist off, you apply it to everybody, and you just, that, you know, what is it, like a 40% damage reduction on magic damage? It is absolutely bonkers at the minute, that item.
Mage Slayer, there's a reason why pretty much every single game sometimes has multiple Mage Slayers, not
Yeah.
just one. That item is, yeah. I do think there's probably one of two things, right? There's either something else that's just as busted in the meta that hasn't been figured out just yet, or they might need to have like a slight adjustment on the numbers, but it feels phenomenal, honestly. Every single game you see Mage Slayer, you're like, all right, cool, I get it.
And yeah, we'll see what Team Secret want to move into. And speaking about the Mage Slayer, we saw, or I saw again in the other qualifiers, Boom play the offlane Tidehunter, and he went for the Vlads into the Mage Slayer, into the Shivas, Blink Dagger coming out there as well, and the dude was untouchable. To the point where, you know, he was going 1v1 with a Faceless Void. He was coming out on top. And it was just something to watch. You know, I wonder if Team Secret go back for that here, because it did seem like a really good hero to run. A really strong, tanky hero. Initiation wasn't a problem, because you were looking at your mid laner to be able to do that here. And it's going to be the ult coming out from Team Secret. So, really quick on the pick here for Crystallis. And this is going to be his hero coming through. No Venge in the pool, though. So, we're not going to see that massive minus armor lane coming out for Team Secret. But how much do you like the Alchemist in general?
I'm fine with it. I think the hero is in a decent place. It's not like phenomenal, but
Yeah.
it can still win games. The entire point of Alchemist is supposed to be able to like scale quickly and then leverage your early farm to play quickly. So I like that. I also do like the fact that they're making sure that they have multiple stuns in different positions. Before this, they just had Enchantress, 0 disable in that regard. Now with Alchemist plus Hoodwink, Al can jump on top of a target, stun them up, dish out some damage, followed up by the Hoodwink with the Sharpshooter. There is some kill threat just with these two, even discounting whatever mid-hero they're going to get. I am worried, though, that they are very light in the team fight department. There's a lot of single target damage coming out of Team Secret right now. So if they can't blow up these initial targets, suddenly you have Io Pugna healing up this Luna, you have Centaur to get the disengage, and oh, this is okay. So we're getting mid Alchemist, it seems like, here with this Monkey King pickup.
Yeah, bit surprising that they're going to put 2 cores, especially against the Luna. You know, they're going to go for the double melee cores, but, you know, I'm not Team Secret, I'm just the caster. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a play-by-play. And it is a little bit worrying to me that they do pick it into that Io Luna. The Luna, if he gets a good start, will be able to rip through these heroes. And Team Secret, where are they going to go to apply pressure here? Because the band's coming out. Ember Spirit, I've not gone through all of the bands here. The Doom, the Ursa, the Ember Spirit, and the Puck coming out as the bands here for Team Tickles. Meanwhile, on the other side, Secret take away the Phoenix as well as this Keeper of the Light, and they've got themselves this last band now. Not a lot of time to think about it, though. Even with reserve time, though, only 8 seconds on that, so they might be a little bit hurried into this final ban, and then they do have the next pick to come out here as well. And yeah, you were talking about teamfight potential. I mean, the Monkey King is there, but they don't have... what are they going to look for? Maybe that initiation on, like, they say, the Tide. Pangolier. I don't know what these lanes are, dude.
Alright, so it's maybe offlane Pango, mid Alchemist, safe lane Monkey, or it's offlane Alchemist that's been done before.
Yeah.
Mid Pango and then safe lane Monkey. Or it could be mid Monkey King, and then the Alchemist goes safe lane and the Pango goes off. The hell knows. Team Secret are giving themselves as many options as possible. And I like what Team Tickles did here at the end of the draft, you know. You just pick up a safe and solid laner. You go for this Kunkka, something that's just like very average, very sustainable by himself. No matter what the matchup is, Alchemist, Monkey King, or Pango, he does just fine. He gives them some additional team fight as well. And it's more, if you look at their draft right now from Tickles, they're trying to ensure that they can win the elongated fight, even against the Monkey King. You've got Pugna Io to heal up the Luna, Coco Ram to keep the Luna alive even longer. They only have one big team fight spell in the form of the Wukongs. I guess Pango can count as well, but Kunkka can really help them out in that regard by getting them the necessary disable. You can X the Monkey out of his own Wukongs if he doesn't have BKB. So that's a very just solid pick overall. He knows he's not the win condition. He doesn't have to be, just has to make sure that the Luna stays alive and they can win the game.
Yeah, and looking at this lineup, I think I just prefer Team Tickles to the Team Secret lineup in terms of heroes picked. I like you said, there's a sustain coming out from the Pugner and the IO. You've got the front lane line coming out from Lorinoff as well as Force. if you get the control out, which you are likely to do with the tidal torrent storm coming through as well from the Kunkka, the tidal wave as well, it feels to me like Team Secret, they might be needing some early BKBs, and I don't much like the pickup. Pangolier, Monkey King, is that really what you want to be going for? You want those damage items coming out, and I just think Team Tickles in a fight might just outlast Team Secret here.
There is one option that they do have. Because Alchemist is playing offlane in this situation, and it's Alchemist, can farm pretty fast. They can find some super early timing on that Shiva's God.
Yeah.
Generally, offlaners now, you mentioned it earlier, they buy Veil, Eternal Shroud, and even now and then, and the Shiva's God almost always comes out. Shivas in this game would be incredible from Boom. If he can get like Blink Shivas, depending on how well the early game goes, maybe they can still angle for like a Spirit Vessel on top of him. They can actually make a lot of mincemeat of these heroes. And Luna, when she's being buffed up, but she doesn't have that heal amp, and there's BKBs on the Monkey King, there's a rolling Pangolier, Monkey can win that man fight, heads up, in a carry-to-carry situation. So I think a lot of this game is going to come down to Boom, how well his lane goes, how well his itemization goes, because he's going to be the one that has to stand in front, create space for the Monkey King to be able to dish out the necessary damage from the backline.
Okay, and we're going to be able to get right into this game. We do have a disconnect, so hopefully it won't be too long before we get right back into this one. And I've asked all my co-casters so far, coming into the game early on, it helps me out as well, because I'm doing the observing as well as the casting. So, any predictions for the first blood lane? Any kill lanes you see here with these lineups?
There's a couple of kill lanes, so let's see. Puppy's gonna go with the Monkey King, right? So it's unlikely that they get a kill. This lane with the Alchemist and the Hoodwink, there's a lot of kill potential here. Eki and Boom, level 2 in particular, feels extremely scary for the Team Tickles lineup. Yeah, sure, it's gonna be like Luna and the Pugna in that side of the map, or Luna Wisp. Probably Luna Wisp, right? Just put the colors there. And yeah, definitely heroes can't die. Luna in particular can get ran at directly on that side of the map, so they need to be careful when getting dove underneath the tower with the second or third creep wave.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it, the Hoodwink's already got himself the Blightstone on the board, so we are going to see that minus armor coming out. It's not quite the Venge with the Haunting Wave, but it's still enough to help set Boom up with the Acid Spray into the Unstable Concoction, and then you've got the Bushwhack to group up with the Hoodwink as well. So, yeah, maybe potentially we are going to see Team Secret get a little bit aggro here in this offlane, and hopefully, once again, we will be able to get into this one soon. Disconnects-wise, did we get a reason? No, we just got a load of voice lines. Of course we just got a load of voice lines, because why would we expect anything different?
I will say about the Team Tickles lineup, I am worried about their overall damage output. Like, if you look at how they dish out damage, it's outside of the Luna, it's fairly slow, Kunkka's gonna lumber in, Tidebringer hit you, try to burst you with as many disables as possible. The suck from the Pugna takes a little bit of time. Io doesn't help you with damage output. Centaur only helps with the initial salvo, but there's a lot of responsibility on this Allnet Luna. And if we compare and contrast to Team Secret, they have... If Pango is there plus Hoodwink, a hero can die. If Alchemist is there with Hoodwink, a hero can die. If Alchemist is there with Monkey King, with Enchantress, 2-3 heroes is all that they necessarily need to bring down some of these targets on the Team Tickles lineup. So I think Team Secret, yeah, they don't have as much team fight, but prior to BKBs emerging, prior to some of these bigger sustainability items, they're going to have a fairly straightforward time if they can connect properly, actually killing these heroes off. Well, provided they do it before like a relocate happens.
Yeah, and I'm looking at, yeah, like you say, that's kind of what I look at. The Team Tickles global priority. I don't know if it's going to come out early on, because Luna, the kind of hero that does want to farm up into the early Dragonlance or the early Manta style, just not get aggressive before that does come out. But I'm seeing actually more and more of these rotations, or classically you don't want to rotate until you have those items, but I am seeing more and more of the position ones going for the 6 and 8 minute rune contest. They're moving it over, they're thinking, I can get a kill here because I'm farming that part of the jungle anyway. Why not dip out, dip back in, hit those timings, get aggressive on it. So I am interested to see how Team Tickles are going to run this. The team that I saw it do the most was Klim Sanic in Eastern Europe. They weren't afraid of getting their carry involved in like the first 5, 6, 7 minutes, really running at heroes. And by 10 minutes, you have your first set of items. And that was it. Then it was 5-man Dota. It was proper Divide Dota, run at lanes, taking down towers. And then the carry dips out when you've taken an objective or you've taken a team fight, finds that farm in the jungle, and then groups up with a team again. So I think that's style of Dota is getting a little bit more prevalent again. So Team Tickles, I wonder if that's the style they're going to run here. Just try and put Team Secret under pressure before they really get going themselves.
Man, definitely pressure is going to be the name of the game here for pretty much everybody involved. I'm curious though, looking at how this game is going to go. I'm really curious what the build is going to be from this Alchemist.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get to see this hero off lane all that much, right now at least. So I really want to see what's going to end up happening here. And like I said, he is super important for this game. The better his game is, the easier a time Crystallis is going to have. But this is definitely a game for BKBs, man. I do not want to see Boomer Crystallis rolling around, chilling naked. Crystallis especially, because if you have BKB, suddenly you can get into the Luna's face before she has that many items. Eventually, it becomes almost impossible to do, but there's a period of the game where Monkey King, if he has BKB going with Wukong's command out, Luna's the one that has to run away from you. So if they can exploit that timing, then hopefully Team Secret can find themselves in a decent position. Because I don't think they want to take this game too late. Against a Luna with this much backup, eventually she's going to feel unkillable. You will not be able to burst her before she gets off like her Satanic, the full heal from the Io Pugna.
Yeah.
So don't take that risk. Don't get to that point in the game. Win, like, snowball the lanes, try to win as early as possible, I think should be the name of the day for the side of Team Secret.
And with that being said, do you expect the build-up for the Monkey King to be into the Maelstrom then? You know, try and get aggressive early on, try and take those team fights early, as opposed to like a Battle Fury where you are going to be hanging around in the jungle for the first 15, 20 minutes?
I think so. He needs early damage, he needs early scaling.
Yeah.
You were mentioning how these pause 1 heroes can rotate middle to help with contesting 6-minute runes and stuff. I think this Monkey King, he's probably going to have to be ready to come middle to defend the tier 1 tower push, because they want to try and make sure that they can keep as much of the map as possible for Team Secret. So he needs to be ready to get involved in early fights, and an early fight might break out now.
Yeah, Dakar's going to have to back himself away. The unstable concoction coming out from Boom, but Boom, it is going to be that self-stun, no one around to see it. You know, we'll just ignore that one there as well. You know, saying, it's okay, Boom, no one saw it, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. You weren't on camera. But yeah, wasn't able to close the gap there as the smoke broke, so no engagement coming out. But the wards are down from both sides around a similar area here as well, so similar information coming out for both teams. We'll see how they're going to be able to play around this one, because the Radiant Team Tickles, they will see these two heroes here on the high ground, so whether they try and throw some aggro out into the top part of the map, but the rotation's coming through right into another Tickles ward here. Puppy, that ward goes down. We do have the banana on the floor, not the banana skin for anyone to slip on side of Team Tickles though. Are they going to try and fight this one out in the river? Looks like Balance Strike comes in though. It's going to be 3 bounty runes coming through, but can I get any more damage coming through for this one? Force, again, going to be able to go on the front line. Crystal's going to be chased down. Do they get the damage onto this one? Monkey King just... yeah, he's going to be fine. He's a little bit worse for wear, but they are going to be able to get all 4 bounty runes here on the side of Team Secret, so maybe a good omen to come out here for them.
Do you remember when these bounty runes first emerged and there was some ridiculous thing where 3+ bounty runes, or 3 bounty runes, I think, made your win rate go to like 80-something%, and then 4 was almost 100?
Yeah.
So we will see. I mean, this is also really great for Crystallis, right? Them getting all these bounties accelerates the timing for his items, because, you know, he might not be playing Alchemist, but he needs a lot of items as well on this Monkey King. Boom needs a lot of items. Monkey needs a lot of items. So them getting this early spike of gold definitely is going to make a huge difference.
And look at this, already Boom coming through with the unstable concoction onto Allnet, just trying to force him away from these creep waves, you know, get the stuns off, making sure Eki can try and get those denies on the range creeps here as well. And I think this is going to be the pattern here that Allnet's going to have to face up to, that maybe letting Ducalis get the last hits onto the range creeps, making sure that they at least get the experience from that and not get that denied away from them.
Yep. Ducalis is going to do a good job here. One of the things that is always nice though, Luna against these super beefy melee heroes, you get Lucent Beam, but Ducalis, he might die here.
He's taking a lot of damage coming through. The blood grenade is there now as well. Right clicks from Eki, but they just don't want to dive that tier 1 tower. So Ducalis, he's got himself a decent amount of regen in the tangos to come through. I'm sure his courier is bringing some out here as well. What's he got? Yeah, he's got a salve there. So he's got some good sustain underneath the tier 1 tower as well. And this is the thing, right? The lane is pushed right up to the Radiant side, so they always have that tower to run back to, that protection to offer them against Team Secret. And Secret, I'm surprised that they're not trying to pull this lane back some. You know, try and force Allnet into a really uncomfortable position.
Actually, this is, for them, the most uncomfortable position. You just dive them under the tower. First blood should happen now.
Yeah, and Ducalis
this is
goes
one
down.
of those few situations from the offlane where you actually want to always be under the tower so that they're tanking hits for you. Because, like I said, you have so much kill threat between Hoodwink Alchemist. This Io, I do not think this is the last time we'll see a death happening here. Especially now that we have Bushwhack available from Eki. Like, There's going to be a lot of kills here, I'm telling you, Rob. This lane, as long as there's creeps underneath this tower, Ulnet is not going to feel safe farming here.
Okay, I'm not going to move the camera off the tower then. This is, you know, I don't even need to do the observing job. This is just going to be auto cam underneath the tower. We'll see how this one's going to go. No. We will move through the rest of the lanes because we have been down here for a little bit. I'll flick back if there is any action. But in the mid lane, we see Larnoff and Corden coming up against each other in terms of last hits. They're doing A-okay. Net worth-wise, item-wise, excuse me, as well. It seems like they are both on par. Only difference is Larnoff not going for that early bottle coming out. Kunkka not really needing it here. How do you feel the lane's going to go in the mid lane? Yo, should we be looking out for either hero to go down early on, or is it just a bit of a sustain lane from both sides?
Literally one of the most boring lanes in Dota. Absolutely nothing happens here. No one can do anything. All they can do is harass each other, trade farm, trade right clicks. The only way one of them even possibly dies is if there's a rotation. But Eki's going to have his hands full on bottom. Io is not the hero that's going to rotate. Pugna's not going to come middle to assist with the kill. So mid is going to be boring as hell for quite some time.
Okay, so we'll just leave that one till about the 10-15 minute mark. Yeah, we won't even look at it. Looking at the top lane, we're going to see Crystallis. He was decrepified here. Just going to be able to take a little hash from Narman. Force back as well. Force, how's he doing here? He did lose his courier, but he's got his boots out here. And farm-wise, how is the Centaur doing? He's 6 behind the Monkey King, but still not awful for an off-laner.
Especially Centaur versus Monkey. This is not an easy lane for the Centaur. So the fact that it's going okay at all, yeah, he's chilling. He's happy. I mean, it is Puppy playing the Enchantress, so he's having a trade on farm war with this Pugna overall, so he can't necessarily just get up into the Centaur's face to bully him. But Force, as long as he's getting levels, he'll be happy.
They do get the kill onto Eki here. Eki maybe diving too deep, too greedily underneath that tier 1 tower. And now that the Lucent Beams are up 2 points here in the Lunar Blessing as well, he just wasn't able to get himself away. And boom, he wasn't tanking the tower shot. So it will be the little squirrel girl that was slain here in that last engagement.
That's not so bad. As soon as she comes back, there's kill threat again, and they're going to go once more. And now Ducalis is the one that's dead.
Yep, Bushwhack comes in, acid spray, and Eki's going to be picking it up there with that damage. And yeah, like you say, this lane maybe a hell of a risk here for the side of Team Tickles.
Man, this lane is so tough, dude. I've lost many games to these kind of lanes before. Not necessarily Alchemist, but Beefy Boy with Hoodwink. And they're actually going to go on to Ulnet now. He might be dead here.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get the full stun on the Concoction as well. The Blood Grenade comes out. Lucent Beam's going to be there. Doesn't matter. And Ducalis can't get there in time for the regen. And boom, he's going to be able to put the pressure onto Ulnet. And Ulnet, oh, the tips have started early today. Somebody woke up on the angry side of the bed here on the side of Team Secret.
They got the tips going. Corden was picking up some bounties so they get extra gold for this Alchemist. It's all coming up secret, man. Like, early on in the game, the only lane that's going just that they're behind in is this mid lane, but you kind of expect that when it's Pangolier versus Kunkka. I'm chilling. If I'm on the side of Team Secret, not only am I chilling with the lanes, I mean, we managed to prevent Ulnet from getting a lot of CS for himself, and he's always going to be under pressure. He's died once. And they could actually get this kill onto Force in the top lane as well.
Yeah, I'm watching the Monkey King run him down here. He has those Jingu stacks going. Can he get just the gap close onto Centaur Warner? Because Centaur Warner, fairly fast hero now as well. The Mischief comes out. Yeah, the body block from Puppy. He will be able to use the enchant now as well. Stomp will come out, but Crystallis should be able to right-click him down one more, and he gets himself on the board here. Centaur going to be taking a dive.
This is perfect. Crystallis is also the one that got credited with the kill. He's pretty much almost finished off his full power trade. Should have it after he finishes off this wave. Things looking up for Team Secret. And looking at this draw from the side of Team Tickles, you know, when you think about like these Kunkka heroes, Kunkka can make like big rotations, so can Centaur. But the one thing they're not going to be able to do is easily force Team Secret off of their towers, because Team Secret, they have such amazing response heroes. Like a Monkey King responding to a rotation, a Pango coming through to help out. Even this Alchemist is no slouch either, showing up with high levels into the Concoction and Acid Spray. So they should be able to just hold this early game and maintain the advantage they've accrued for themselves at this stage.
Yeah, and I've said it ever since they made the change as well. The Alchemist is one of the, in my eyes, one of the best fighting heroes in the game at the minute, just purely because you no longer have to skill up the Grieval's Greed. You can get so offensive with your build coming out now. Just the Acid Spray onto the Unstable Concoction, you know, it's a lot of kill potential here, and they might be going for another one to cast, though. We'll be able to get the tether away the creeps underneath the tier 1 tower. Are they going to try and jump this one? Acid Spray into that Unstable Concoction. Lucent Beam with the Bushwhack. It does come through to cast. He should go down here. There's even going to be the rotation coming out from Corden. Can they get the kill onto Ducalis? cards. Chase down Boom will be able to get it, and now Allnet's slowed down. Blood Grenade comes out into the Rolling Thunder, and they're going to be able to go for more on this one. Another unstable concoction. All 5 heroes rotating down. Look at the pressure coming out from Secret, and hell, this might even be a tier 1 tower.
This is one of the reasons they love picking this Monkey King for Crystallis. How many carry heroes can show up in that fashion and still get back in time to defend their own tier 1, even clear out part of the wave? This is what we need to see from Team Secret. Constant, never-ending aggression. They cannot allow the Team Tickles lineup to actually gain any kind of momentum. They're the ones that play with the early advantage, so, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just exploit it. Yeah. You know that they can't... And this is what we talked about, right? Pugna and Io. Are you scared of these heroes seeping in? Not really. Like, even if Centaur showed up, he doesn't have level 6. His input in that fight would have been very limited.
Yeah.
So Team Secret definitely exploiting the fact that Team Tickles need to get to like a more farm stage before they can play as this full shell, anchor up as 5. Until that point in the game, they are much weaker than Secret, and Secret can exploit that.
And Boom will still be going towards that Radiance. We saw this. It was the Ramses Alchemist build. You know, he used to go for this in the offlane all the time, where you build up into this Radiance. You'd split that off into the Nullify a little bit later on. But for the most part, yeah, Boom still thinking that he's got the space. Hell, he's got an entire side of the map to farm that Luna and Io just won't be touching early on, so he can put that early pressure, that early farm on. And what do you expect after that? Do you think, you know, BKB into AC? Does he just want to go full man mode, man fight here, Alchemist?
BKB sounds good. I feel like they definitely need BKBs. If they get early BKBs, Luna's going to feel very limited, especially if they have the Radiance.
Yeah.
And suddenly all her right-click damage isn't coming out. You can't dish out the magic damage because of the BKBs. That feels very good. It's not going to feel good to be Centaur right now. He's about to get ganked in the top lane.
Oh, yes. The jump comes in. There's going to be the Primal Spring as well. Who's going to be able to get the last hit? It is going to be Puppey that cleans that one up. Surprising that they're not sticking around here to maybe take another tier 1 tower, but Corden, he wanted to get right back into his mid lane, make sure that his tier 1 tower wasn't being put under pressure. Eki, though, oh, Lauren he gets the bushwhack off. He's going to be able to steal anything away from this one. I think he got a couple of creeps, but no major ones, and Lauroff will be able to carry on farming this one with the Tidebringer. But yeah, you can see that Team Tickles, we're not even 10 minutes in here, and they are being boxed in just a little bit more, forced into the triangle, away from the lane. The Luna, you've still got the Io that having to babysit him here, that he doesn't feel comfortable just solo farming the jungle all on his own.
Something surprising, you know, Allnet's obviously just going to have to keep farming, go the normal itemization route, you know, get yourself the Manta, get Butterfly eventually, get BKB. The Monkey King, surprisingly, is building into Battle Fury, or at least that's what he's queued up right now. So he's intuiting that the game is going well enough for him that he has some latitude to be extra greedy. I would have preferred, personally, that he went, like, BKB Maelstrom Skadi, like the Ultra Fighting build on this hero, but, you know, sometimes the Dota gods are very kind to you, gifting you such a good game, so you're like, well, let me just make sure that I can keep scale up with this Luna, but... You know, there's also a reason we don't see that many Battle Furies right now in the game. I will just say that.
Yeah, it just feels like you say, if you get delayed even slightly on the Battle Fury. We saw, I was watching South America with Ace yesterday, and Lumio was going for a Battle Fury Monkey King, and he only got it by 20 minutes because it was just a couple of kills on the lane. His tower got put under pressure, he didn't have anywhere safe to farm, and all of a sudden you look at this Monkey King, you know, he doesn't even have an item at 20 minutes, and it just felt so bad to watch him try and farm while constantly being hunted down because he knew he had no power spike, and it was just easy to get the kills. But yeah, you're saying Crystallis here, he feels comfortable enough that this Battle Fury will pay off.
One of the great things is that he's also evading the gank. Not gonna get caught out here. Crystallis has you know, people like to give this guy a lot of flack as a player, but he's got really good game sense in the earlier portion about when he's like about to get ganked. He evades it, not gonna get touched. They do lose the tier 1 tower, but you're not very unhappy if you lose a tier 1 to Pugna at 11 minutes. You're okay with this.
Yeah, they might be able to go into Puppey though. Was that response coming through? There is going to be the Power Ranger TPs coming through here from the side of Team Secret, and they might be able to go into Force. Do they get the chase down onto this one? Force, he has that Stampede if he needs to pop it. Anyone catching up? Well, Crystallis is in the chase, and also the Balance Strike. Primal Spring onto Narman. Narman can he get himself away? Nope, the Bushwhack comes through, and Decrepify, Sharpshooter even being thrown out for this one. And Crystallis, he's going to be able to pick himself up his, what, second kill of the game, I think? Yeah, 2-0-2. So Crystallis still having a great time.
He's still really thinking about it. Actually, he has the goal right now to at least buy the broadsword if he wants to. Claymore soon. I think he's still considering it, talking to his team, being like, well, what's the feel, boys? What's going on? Especially since this Alchemist did go for the Radiance, which he does have right now on Boom, so he can sort of play the pseudo carry for quite some time in this game. And it looks like he's going to be playing aggressively here. Getting the Blink Dagger, he's going to be their key source of initiation. He'll jump in, blink, stun somebody, have Corden follow up with the Rolling Thunder. And then obviously they have tons of damage coming in from both of these supports. That is one thing I really favor about their draft, man. The support damage is obscene from Secret onto individual heroes that get stunned.
Yeah, and Eki, I first saw this build from Ari last week, but the Hoodwink is going to be going towards that Mage Slayer here as well, you know. And it is, like you say, the amount of damage that he puts out, the fact that he can just come in, throw out a Bushwhack, throw out a Sharpshooter, and he's like, cool, job's done, and a hero's dead. You know, it is bonkers, this hero at the minute, and looking forward to seeing how teams and players are going to be able to push this one more and more, but it will be the Mage Slayer coming out. I think I saw when Ari was playing it, it was then into the Rod of Atos, you know, a Gleipnir to come out a little bit later on, but this Hoodwink is playing the Classic 4 at the minute, where it is that kind of semi-core build-up.
Yep. That's what happens when you have such a good game, right?
Yeah.
Got a couple of kills down bottom. You're level 8 right now on this hero, already stupidly leveled, so might as well go in that direction. Usually, like, the option is you pick up some damage item like the Mage Slayer, or you go for Hand or Midas.
Yeah.
And it's not like Hoodwink benefits that much from Midas, so Mage Slayer gonna be so good. And, you know, because of how bad Ulnit's game has gone, I cannot stress enough how much of their damage potential is going to be purely magical for quite some portion of the game. So that Mage Slayer is going to have a huge impact in the middle of these fights.
And we're going to see smoke coming through now as well. Ulnit did just show on the lane, so Eki, Corden going to be able to smoke through, have a rough idea where Ulnit is. And again, this is the thing that Dakalis, he just doesn't want to leave Ulnit's side here, but he leaves it for just a second. Do they have the setup to go for the kill now as well? They get the jump on, the Bushwhack comes out, and the Sharpshooter, they do. He literally stops holding hands with Ulnit for about 5 seconds. Sloraf will be able to get the kill onto Puppey, and it will cost him his life.
Dukalis dead, but he did his job, right?
Yeah.
Tank the gank for the Luna. Because if Luna gets gone on, she can die just as quickly as he did.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's a long time.
And Corden will be able to get himself towards the bottle. Illusion Rune, Larnoff denies that mid-tier 1 tower here, so... Okay, they don't give up the gold for it, the full gold, they don't give up the benefits from that, but it does mean that the map is a little bit more open. Missing your tier 1 tower mid and bottom, that Radiant jungle, it's so unsafe now to try and push into, and I mean, I don't think the Luna's crossed the midpoint in that jungle for a good 5 minutes anyway.
Yeah, Luna can't play the map just yet. All you can do is farm. Farm. Stay on the other side of the disastrous river. Let everybody else go forward and die. And looks like Loranov wants to actually start getting things going. They've got a Blink Dagger on 4, so it would be great for them if they could find this Monkey King, who is actually bouncing around in the area. They've scouted him now. They see him bouncing.
Yeah.
Sadly, so hard to actually catch him and kill him. And you don't have that much vision on all these other heroes. And like we were mentioning earlier, they can respond super well. Boom has a Blink Dagger. Corden just finished his own Blink Dagger now as well. These items have not been scouted, so they might even actually choose to bait with Crystallis in one of these lanes to try and force a reaction, and then they go on any heroes that try to get on top of him.
Yeah, and he is going for that second item BKB. Like you say, he knows that he needs to be safe in these fights, so he's happy to go Battle Fury into the BKB and then go back to damage items after, because he's happy enough that the rest of his team are going to be able to provide the early damage in these fights, you know, for the first, the next 5 minutes or so before he does get something else out. And this, to me, you know, signals that Team Secret super confident that they can take these fights.
Yep. Dude, if he gets BKB Skadi and Alchemist gets BKB Shivas, they are in a lot of trouble on Team Tickles. That would be... If they can get these items by like 22 minutes, which given the farm rate right now, they definitely can, it would look very difficult, I think, for Team Tickles to realistically be able to fight back in these engagements.
And yeah, we'll see what it is going to be here for the Alchemist, because it is going to be that next item, BKB. Blink Dagger, like you say, already up. And this BKB, well, with the rate that he is farming, Alchemist, 12k net worth from the offlane here. Boom. Absolutely rocking it. Which you expect an Alchemist to do? You know, I'd be disappointed if he wasn't like 4 or 5k ahead at this point in the game.
Yep. You know, you were asking me just before the game started what I want to see from Secret, and you said strong lanes into a competitive mid-game, denying Team Tickles the ability to play fast. And they've definitely done that so far. They're the ones pushing on the tier 2 tower down. No response coming in from Team Tickle. They are not ready to fight just yet. So, free tower, free map space. And, you know, we've seen Luna spend a lot of time farming down in bottom by the well, farming in her jungle.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of real estate just taken away. The only space that's safe right now is going to be Triangle and the far left-hand side with these Ancients. These are not a lot of space for the Luna. She's not going to be happy about this.
No, Boat's going to come in here onto Eki. He's going to be dragged into the X-Max spot. Olnit, though, they're going to group up. They do get the kill onto Eki. Working the go. Rolling Thunder comes out. Wukong's man. Olnit going to be slowed down here. And boom, gets the kill onto Nam. And backline, this fight is breaking out all over the place. Can they get the kill here? Do they have the relocate out? Ooh. They do, just in time. It comes away. And that was a relocate in. So they're not even going to lose the IO on the return on that one. Support for a support. But again, it forced out a good fight here. And any fight's a good fight as long as they trade even for tickles at the minute.
Yep.
So
good stuff. It did require a lot of their ultimates, but
yeah,
like you say, given the gold disparity, given the fact that they didn't lose anybody of note, they come away with a better change in experience and gold. And it's Luna that's able to get some of this gold as well, right? I think that's the really big deal. The fact that she's the one that gets the kill brings her closer to getting the butterfly, getting the BKB, allowing her to be competitive against this Monkey King.
And with this map control that Team Secret have, are you expecting them to go for a Roshan push at any time soon? Or do you think they need to take a team fight first? You know, do they need to clear the board of Team Tickles before they can risk going into the Roche pit?
I think it kind of depends on their vision on the map and their items. I think until they get BKBs, they're not going to feel comfortable heading into the pit. They don't have that much minus armor outside of this Alchemist. They have, what, a Blightstone? Oh, no, they don't even have the Blightstone anymore in Eki. It's not the easiest Rosh. Oh, they still do. Never mind. Yeah. It's not the easiest Roshan in the world. It can still happen. So, but I do think it would be much more comfortable for them if they could take a fight, at least clear out this tier 1 tower in the top lane before they consider it.
Okay, and we see here Tickles. They're going to get confident again. 5-man smoke coming up, trying to hunt through the jungle, trying to find this Monkey King as well as Puppey. Puppey will be away, and with this smoke, what are they actually going to be able to find here? Chrysalis, though. Oh, the jump comes in from Force. Is he going to be able to get the damage off with the Stomp as well? It's going to be the crab fight in. So Chrysalis, the life drain comes out. They have it. They have the kill. And that was just a good setup here. And maybe Team Secret not expecting Team Tickles to be this confident and aggressive.
Holy smokes. Bro, that's a 1,300 gold chain just with 1 kill on the Monkey King. That's a lot of money. Jeez.
Yeah.
400 going straight to the Kunkka. Okay.
And
that's really good. They get the tier 2 tower out of it as well. That's a phenomenal piece of timing. And the scary part about this, Rob, is they're not even at their strongest. They don't have a butterfly BKB on the Luna. They do not have their BKB just yet on the Kunkka, only the Aghanim Scepter, so it gets harder for Team Secret as time goes on.
Yeah, Stampede coming through. Corden's not going to be able to get the shield crash to the top part of the map. He's going to be rolling Thundered, though, so should be able to get himself out. Sharpshooter comes through. Stun onto the Luna. Can he get the damage onto this? So Boom, is he going to be able to turn this one around? The Torrent Storm will come out from Laroth now as well. Chased down. Boom stopped in his tracks, and he's going to be lifted up into the air here. Does he want to carry on going? Chemical Rage is popped. Chrysalis is back alive now as well. There's a tier 2 tower, though, between them and Team Tickles. Team Tickles with that retreat and won't be losing anybody. It was a half good engagement, but Team Secret, they were too good, and it was Corden as well. So once he got that Rolling Thunder off, not really at risk, but who is at risk? It's going to be Olnit. Jump comes in, Unstable Concoction. Do they have the damage to take him down? Ducasi's going to try to do his best. He gets that relocate out now. The Stomp comes out from Force. Life Drain onto Alchemist. Alchemist going to get himself away from this one. Laroth, he pops that Blade Mail. Boat will come in. Puppey drag back. Boom pops the BKB. Wukong's command now as well. Do they have the lockdown onto the Kunkka, slowing him down inside that? Decrepify was keeping him alive a little bit longer. Life Drain, Baby Burden from Narman. Narman, though, can he keep this Kunkka going? Back onto the high ground, a lot of life left, but he's going to be able to get himself back safe. X-Mark as well onto Puppey, not dragging him back into anything too dangerous. And both sides, a lot of spells used, but no one actually goes down.
What a game, man. One side has the super beefy heroes that you don't want to spend too much time committing on. The other side has so much sustain. And we got to see the influence of all that sustain plus the Coco Rum from the Kunkka Ghost Ship.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference. And Team Tickles, one thing that they do have, they don't have very high cooldowns on their initiation spells, so they can keep going. They're going to try and make this happen again. Quick smoke out the base. I'm not sure that Team Secret has seen this coming, but they have retreated on most of their heroes. Unless Boom sticks around. Boom. Okay. Does the safe thing. He should be fine overall.
And yeah, Puppey's deep in the jungle, but no vision here from the side of Team Tickles. They might be able to get him with a wraparound, though. If smoke breaks, they're going to know someone's on the other side of the trees. Puppey, though, ward goes down. TP, just in the wrong place. Puppey, he is going to be hunted down here. The Enchantress Life Drain. Do they save it for the Kunkka? X-Mark spot comes through. Puppey, no way away from this one. Just going to be grouped up inside this little mini mosh pit. And Puppey will eventually... I mean, he did waste a decent amount of time, but eventually does go down. Force picks up the kill.
Space created, man. Tier 1 tower top should fall because of this. There's 3 range creeps. Panga was hitting it for a while. So this tower is definitely going to be in deny range or just straight up die.
Yep.
And it's just gonna get taken down. Hashtag, if I'm Puppy, dude, I'm like, alright, I'm cool with this. I don't really care.
Yeah, and that's what I always say. And Otomo, puts me on blast for it, but supports, they are there to die. That is their, well, not their entire job, but the majority of their job. That you sacrifice yourself for me so I can carry on farming and objectives happen around the map.
Things are getting a bit concerning for Team Secret though, because they did just get this BKB on the Monkey King. They have BKB on the Alchemist, but definitely want to see them start taking fights soon, because Luna is getting scarily close to getting her a butterfly.
Yeah.
And once she has the belt,
Well, that's not good.
These things happen. That's definitely not good.
Hopefully they will be able to get themselves all back in. I wonder if Team Tickles are in the same boot camp or same. I assume so with a mass disconnect like that. But yeah, no.
Are they in the same place where there's the best DDoSer on planet Earth coming after?
Coordinated, he had it synced on his watch and just getting it everyone down at the same time. But yeah, no, like you say, the Luna is started to catch up at least to the Pango, above the Monkey King in terms of net worth here as well. And yeah, Team Secret not looking to those Shivas, not looking to the Skadi just yet on either the Alchemist or the Monkey King. It's going to be, oh no, he's changed his mind. It was the Axe queued up for Chrysalis, but he has got that Skadi queued up now.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best example of why he needs Skadi, you remember that kill down bottom where they were going on to Kunkka? He sat inside a full duration Wukong's command, just getting pumped in with the life drain and doesn't die. If there's an Eye of Skadi, that does not happen. They can actually get those kind of kills. So
yeah,
makes a lot of sense to go for this item. They definitely need it. I wouldn't mind the Aghanim Scepter as well at some point, but I do think Skadi might have a little bit higher priority for the Monkey King right now.
Yeah, and like you said, 22 minutes, that's where you kind of expecting those items to come out. They have, I mean, Boom's at least started onto the AC, which will be a nice boost trying to get there, because a lot of physical damage on the side of Secret will be able to benefit from that. But yeah, no, I do think that they need to maybe look at that Skadi on Boom as the next item. And it's only going to be the Mage Slayer. Oh no, Puppy has a Mage Slayer there as well. Okay, so even Enchantress getting involved with this one, and it will be the Dragonlance next item, so even the Pos 5 at the minute, going for that kind of semi-core build. And Team Secret, I suppose that's what you can do when you have a good start like this, 14k up in 22 minutes.
Yep. For Team Secret, they're distributing who's going to be pumping out the damage. For Team Tickles, it's all about just keeping Luna alive. If Luna's not dying in the fight, you just feel good.
Yeah.
Provided they can just sit there, dish out damage, you know for a fact that it's going to be quite some time, if ever, that there's going to be a butterfly or anything coming out of the Monkey King. So all you have to do is just get big damage and survivability, hit the Monkey King whenever you can, stay alive throughout the fights, force him to play around the Wukongs. And I think that sucks for them. It's so hard to keep Luna within the Wukong's command once she has access to BKB, because they have Stampede, they have the IO relocate, just so many different ways of ensuring that the Luna can get away from the point where the Monkey King is the strongest. And unfortunately for them, they're going to run out of the ability to burst the Luna 100-0 at some point, and then thereafter, just becomes easier for Team Tickles to maneuver around these fights.
Yeah, and maybe we do see, okay, Monkey King has the Acceptor Q back up now as well. We'll see what he wants to go for first. Again, changing his mind. But yeah, maybe that's going to be where, if the game goes ultra late, we're going to be seeing the Abyssals for the Monkey King and the Alchemist, that lockdown. And maybe even the Abyssal coming out for the Pangolier here as well, relying on those just active items to make sure that the Luna gets locked down through a BKB inside that Wukong's command. And again, that doesn't even account for the IO relocate out, so if they don't kill off the IO first, there's still, say, that safety button. You can just slam it and say, okay, we emergency eject from this fight and come back in after the Wukongs goes down. The
Ejecto-Cedo. Get out of jail free card. Yeah. Don't have to worry about anything.
So
I'm still laughing about this double Mage Slayer, man. This is just so cute. This is such a puppy thing to do, to be like, all right, y'all, this stuff's busted. Just get it on both of our supports. Don't worry about it, y'all.
Listen, Puppy was the one that pioneered Crystal Maiden Hand of Midas when it was and he started off the trend. Everyone goes Hand of Midas, so we might be seeing that 5-man Mage Slayer build starting to be more and more popular coming through in the next couple of weeks, couple of qualifiers.
Just get the 5-mans. Let's go.
Okay, everybody reconnecting here from Team Tickles. So hopefully we won't be too much longer before we get back into it. And yeah, we'll see where this match is going to go, because the ultimates are all back up on the side of Team Tickles. And like you say, they're not afraid of getting aggressive now. We'll see if they want to take any more fights with Allnet. Build-up wise, he's got himself the Claymore. We'll see if he just picks up the next item, and then if it's going to be more aggression from Team Tickles.
mean, they just got one of the items that is going to aid in that aggression. The Veil of Discord for the Centaur flying in right now. Doesn't have his BKB just yet, but if they can find a decent target, try kill them off, maybe even force a BKB out of this Monkey King, out of this Alchemist, they certainly can do that. And a Team Secret, not so sure. I don't think they've scouted this just yet. There is an observer ward on the cliff, but I'm not sure the courier is going to go right past it. Either way, Team Tickles, if they have a smoke, do they have one? They do not. They don't have a smoke right now. So unlikely they're going to try and make something happen. Oh, they do have one. Pugna has one. Chilling with one in his in the backpack there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So they might be able to make something happen. But there's nobody else nearby the Centaur and the Pugna. They'd have to like smoke, head back towards where the rest of the team is. And there's 2 wards in between them that should be able to scout this out. So whatever move comes next, Team Secret will be prepared for. But I wouldn't mind if Team Tickles try to force the issue a little bit.
And yeah, this is what, because they've started to get some of this tempo back. I know they're 14k behind, but the last couple of engagements, they've at least not lost anybody. You know, like you say, that on the top, when the fight went okay, they got the tier 2 tower, they forced that one in. And they are just starting to find the sustain as... Oh, Ducalis. Well, maybe no smoke for the next 30 seconds or so.
Yeah. We're going to be chilling for a while, boys.
It's just...
Oh, it's so funny.
Shard not working. That's not good.
Oh, shard not working? Actually, he's right. The shard isn't working. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay. This is a problem, man.
Yeah, it ain't great,
This
mate. Oh no. Yeah, because that is a big protector of the Luna in these fights, and if that ain't coming out, then well, not only are you wasting 1600 gold, you know, that's survivability on the line for the Luna as well.
Yeah. Man, I still can't believe the value of the slave suit. 25% damage reduction. Those are Wraith Pack level numbers, man. It's such an absurd situation that she ends up just getting to survive that well. Let's see if everything's going to be fine. They're going to go in a second. Maybe that's why the IO ended up dying, that the glaives couldn't come out in time.
Yeah.
On the shard.
Yeah. Not testing it, or it's still not working here on the Luna. But hopefully that'll be up and working in the next fight. And that ain't a feels good. Hopefully, you know, that will be sorted with the reconnect. But
we shall see. He pops the Manta. Still hasn't come out with the glaives just yet.
No.
But he'll let us know. He might just be saving it, you know. He's chilling. You're just scaring us. You're just scaring us. In the meantime, though, they have space to go take Roshan. They are able to bring it down. They give the Aegis towards Chrysalis so that he can have multiple inroads into the fight.
Yep.
And he's still building up into his Eye of Skadi. Super important item. I mean, this is Monkey King, so you don't tend to end the game on the first Rosh. It's just like it's security. You've already taken down 2 tier 2, like 1 tier 2 tower down bottom, mid tier tower. Tier 2 is at half HP already. Not like the biggest priority to go and finish these off just yet. Right now, the priority is getting the items so that on the second Roshan, you can actually end the game.
Yeah, and you do get a boost now once you start to go for the second Roshan. How do you feel about the Roshan banner? Because I think it's just such a nice item. When teams had problems, you know, pushing onto the high grounds, there was just that mass defense coming through. Having these buffed up creeps that can chip away at the tower, you know, it does feel really nice. Not maybe ending the game, but making the game move from that still game state into what could be, you know, progressively looking to end that game.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm a really big fan of the banner because, you know, there have been, over the last couple of years, so many instances where the Roshans, after a certain point, don't necessarily feel that impactful anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it actually helps you progress the game. I mean, Aegis is very useful, yeah, but you still have to put yourself in a risky position in order to get the best value out of that Aegis, right? But under these conditions, you place that banner, it pushes out the map for you, just makes the game go so much faster in your advantage. So I'm definitely a huge fan of the banner being in existence in general.
Yeah, and it's one of them, right? That, like you say, the Aegis is nice, but when you're coming into like a 60-70 minute game and you've got 10 buybacks on the field and you're rocking like either the high ground protection, it's so hard to push up, and Ultimate Shard's still not working here. I think this is fully bugged, and yeah, no, he's already bought it out, so he can't get it a second time.
Yeah, okay.
Shit, man.
Oh, not buy. Okay. This is. I mean, yeah, you can't sell Aghanim Shot, right? You buy it, you have it. You
Yeah.
just have to deal with it. Yeah, this is. How do you even go about dealing with this, right? Because it's not like we. This would be a different thing if it was like 2 minutes into the game. You find out some spell is bugged, not working. Who cares? And when did he get it? Was it like just before the disconnect that the Aghanim Shot arrived, or just after? I don't remember.
It might have been, you know. I didn't actually see when he picked it up, and yeah, there's no timeline that I can check right that says when he checks it when he picked it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is bad because like that's 1,600 gold down the drain that you might have been able to finish off your you get most of your butterfly out, or you get like towards a BKB, something like that. If you know the shot, that's just it is rough.
You're actually right. That's literally butterfly right now. If he doesn't buy the Aghanim Shot, he just has that heads up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. All right. This is why does this always happen in puppy games for some reason? That there's some really weird game breaking kind of bug that we all have to sit and deal with right now. Let's hope and pray. Let's cross fingers, Rob.
Yeah, knocking on wood. I don't know what else I could do, but yeah, no, unless he's not testing it here, but that is rough. Maybe
there's no way he's not trying to test it right now. Right?
No, yeah, absolutely, he is popping that one up.
There we go.
Oh,
there we go.
It's
Hey!
out. Oh, cool. Maybe it was just a hotkey issue, something like that. Something super obvious that you're like, oh, of course that was their fix. But yeah, it looks like he's going to be able to get that working now. So, awesome. We don't have an asterisk next to that. That's always the best, right? You don't have an asterisk next to this game, if no matter which way it goes.
Especially Team Secret, they would have been very low to try and restart proceedings, given how well things are going for them right now.
Yeah.
So we're back into a fair game. Everything's Gucci for Olnit. And surprisingly, look at this. Alchemist not going... I mean, he already has AC, so maybe it might be redundant to go Shiva. So he's going to buy the Basher instead. So he's going to be playing like a heads-up secondary carry. Monkey King's going to buy the Skadi and the Nullifier. Be doing more of this debuff in the middle of the fight. Letting the Alchemist be the one to just charge onto the Luna, bash her up, prevent her from having free reign in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, and like you talked about as well, it's more control to come out for that Wukong's command. Extra lockdown that you then, at that point, you maybe only need to worry about the IO relocate. And if you have this Blink Dagger anyway from the Alchemist to get that jump on the back lines, might be able to clean him up before he is a problem on that relocate out. So
there is the final tier 2 tower to fall. They've got all 3 of them now. So Team Secret have a lot of map to play with, and they still have the Aegis for another fair while, 2 whole minutes.
And we'll see what they're going to be able to do with it. Like you say, maybe just a bit of a comfort blanket here on this first Aegis, but are you expecting... Because what can you get from this now that the tier 2 tower's down, objective-wise? Are you just waiting for Tickles to push out and look to take a fight?
I just choke out the map right now. Try to deny them access to having avenues of farm, force them to play as a big group. Because you know that the Luna is going to be the one monopolizing most of the farm when they're together. The rest of the team needs to be nearby or protector. So that means that you can scale on multiple heroes, get more farm on the Alchemist, more farm on the Pango, more farm on the Monkey King, whereas they're only really scaling on the Luna right now. That makes things easier because even though the Luna is the win condition, she's going to be uber strong. The heroes supporting her start to fall behind your hero, so you still feel fine about the situation. And you can do stuff like this in middle, where you just lay out traps. If somebody reveals themselves, you jump in for the kill, and if they don't reveal themselves, you slowly push in and get damage onto the high ground. Either way, it's a catch-22 for Team Tickles, and it feels good for Team Secret.
Yeah, we're going to see the smoke coming out from Team Tickles, so they are looking towards the backstab here, but while they take the time getting into this one, fortification will be used. Are they going to be coming across Puppy? Puppy is that first point of contact. It looks like Chrysalis on the trees now as well, but they're going for the big wrap. They're going for the entire wrap around here, right back behind into the lane. It will cost them a tier 3 tower, but coming up, Force, is he going to be able to get the jump? Where's that vision? I don't think they see it. They are going to be able to get the jump onto Eki. It's going to cost maybe the Hoodwink his life, but not much more from this one, because Team Secret, they should be able to disengage. Where's that blink? 8 seconds away. Chrysalis, does he want to get involved? He's got 26 seconds left on this Aegis. Is this the perfect time now to get this jump out? X marks the spot onto Puppy. They're going to have that Wukong command coming through now as well. They get the lockdown onto the Luna. Luna gets himself onto the edge and away now. Boat will fly through. Doesn't connect onto anybody. And I wonder if Team Secret, do they want to go for the disengage here? Maybe running themselves away. Force tries to get that blink up into the storm. Puppy though, X marks the spot. Rolling Thunder does come through onto the backlines now as well. Can they get the kill? They're going to be able to get the one onto Io. Now, Eclipse does get used. Only what can he do? Has those glaives bouncing around now as well. Blaymail, Laurent though, with the BKB, just running himself away from this one. Norman might get locked down. Right click's coming out. Crystallis, he's going to be taking a whole lot of damage. That Aegis has gone already. Jingu Stacks trying to keep himself alive through this one. Will be able to get the kill onto. Was that the buyback as well? It was onto Decals. Chased down Norman, trying to get himself away. Unstable Concoction. Slapped down by the Alchemist. Chased down onto Olnit. Olnit, he turns for a right click, but this might cost him his life here. X marks the spot onto Corden. Olnit is back in the base, but there's going to be the jump in here from Boom, and we get another pause.
No.
Oof. Oh, right back into it. Olnit chased down Alchemist. The right click's coming out now as well. Olnit slowed down. Diffusal Blade here from Corden. Corden, they are going to be able to get the kill, and Olnit will fall. 4 heroes dead. Only the Conqueror remains, and only a buyback on the Centaur. So Team Secret, they are going to be able to turn this base into Swiss cheese now, because 4 heroes down, 1 maybe with a response. Laurent trying to do what he can with Blade Mill. X Max spot coming into this one, but it will be at least a lane of racks, I think.
I am astonished that Team Tickles took that fight without Luna having BKB. Like, she's still farming into it after having just finished the butterfly, so she doesn't have the gold at the moment, but they got the free kill onto Eki, forced back Team Secret, but they were fighting into an Aegis, a Pango, Hoodwink, Monkey King, Alchemist as well, without Luna having BKB. That was... Even the Centaur, his BKB only just came in right now, wasn't finished just yet.
Yeah.
That was such a super risky engagement from Team Tickles, especially not having vision of where these dangerous heroes are. Because they knew there was somewhere in this area, but they've been completely dewarded. Monkey King was able to engage from the high ground, so was the Alchemist. Pango could come in later on in the fight. That was, I don't think, a necessary risk from Team Tickles. I think it was good enough for them to have just forced them back on Team Secret so that they could wait for the re-engage. They already knew that Crystallis' Aegis was going to expire soon. I do not think Team Secret would have come back for a high ground push without having an Aegis in general. But they get gifted a free fight. All the dangerous heroes die, then all of a sudden you're free. You have the full latitude to just take a lane of racks and get out.
Yeah, and the tier 3 tower was opened up by Corden as well. He was putting some pressure. Maybe overstayed his welcome a little bit because he was taken down in the end. But it means now that another lane is open up. And look at this. Crystallis is just going to walk himself in that tree form. And the dangerous tree will attack here. It's like, what was it? The Mist or something like that? That film where the trees came alive? I don't even remember, man. But it is going to...
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, just that weird one. And... they will be able to do more damage onto the ranged racks. 180 health left on that. One more slap from the Monkey King coming through. Will be able to take this one down. Laurent steps forward with the X mark on him. But is he going to be able to get the creep wave? He's stunned up, and he's going to be dragged back before he connects.
Nice from Crystallis. The Happening. That's the
Happening.
The Mist is the one with...
Yeah.
The Mist is the super scary one, where the movie ends in the saddest way ever.
Yeah.
With the family that has to, like, off themselves. Yeah. The Happening is the other one.
Yeah, the Happening probably wasn't, the best comparison to the Mist, because with the Mist as well, I think the writing, that wasn't the end of the book. And Stephen King was like,
no,
that was way darker. I wish I'd have thought of that.
You know it's bad when Stephen King is like, damn, your ending was not nearly messed up, and like, you're worse than me, bro.
you gotta take that as a compliment, though, right? You know, that's like the highest praise you can get.
Exactly. Well, this game is definitely not happening for Team Tickles. They are hating life in top lane. Yola still doesn't have BKB.
No
Dude,
chase
if
down.
Ducalis got hit there, he would have been in such danger. They have the Skadi now, so there's no escape possible for him unless he relocates.
And we're going to see Boom on the sidelines. Is he going to be able to cut off here? Smoke's going to break. Unstable Concoction. Right onto Force. Force comes out with the Stomp, though. Was that Bushwhack? Won't connect. Sharpshooter going to be used as well. But you just get that Stampede off Boom. Has the Blink Dagger up in 7 seconds. Is it going to be enough to slow down now on Force? And Force trying to get himself away from this one. He's wasting a little bit of time here, but you don't want to be losing your center like this. Stomp comes out. They still get the kill, and Eki will be able to take him down now. At least he has the buyback, but 50 seconds on the sideline. Not great for the side of Team Tickles.
Yep. He does have buyback, however, but they softened up the range racks down bottom, so there's no real reason not to bring a creep wave in through middle, go finish off that range racks, and then force Team Tickles into an awkward series of decisions. What do we need to do to try and save this? And they actually might just jump Lauren off. I don't think he dies here, though. He's really, really tanky. As BKB, they still have boat. Io and Pugner are nearby, so he should be fine.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder is going to come through onto the back lines now. Well, does connect onto Larinov. Trying to get himself around. The Shivas will be here on the Panglia. Can they get the damage onto on Luna? And Luna, he's getting really down low. The life drain, it's not going to be enough. Not Baby burning him back in time here. Norman will be the next one to go down. Buybacks are available to everyone apart from the Luna. But with this Luna being down, like I said, this is the big power spike for Tickles. It might just be Megas. Hell, they might just have the timing to go tier 4s here. And Team Tickles, they are really in a rut. No Luna. What can they do? Force does come back. Buyback out from Norman now as well. Maybe trying to force this one out. Larinov on the front lines, but the Wukong's command, it will at least guarantee the Megas. And Larinov, the wave stomp coming through onto the Alchemist. Alchemist, he's got that unstable concoction. Can he get himself away from that one now as well with the Chemical Rage? Getting that life right back in his favor. Eki on the sidelines. That Squirrel, he's not the healthiest hero in the world. They get the kill onto Force. They take down Norman, and it will be game number 1. It looks like going the way of Team Secret.
Yeah. It was the worst thing ever, because Luna, you know, I was talking about how they lost the previous fight because they engaged without Luna having BKB.
Yeah.
She just got her BKB. I mean, literally just got it, but didn't get it off in time. Does that mean that she dies without buyback? The base is in shambles, and this might be the last fight, Rob.
Yeah, this is looking like Butch and Sundance time coming out here for the side of Team Tickles, but those Glaives doing a lot of damage. Chrysalis will go down. They do get the kill into the Monkey King. Rolling Thunder away for Corden. Do they have the X mark to drag him back into danger? On the side, though, you've got Eki in the trees just trying to protect his teammates, and Team Secret, they're not going to stop just yet. The Bushwhack, it won't connect. It won't lock down here, but the BKBs are down from the side of Team Tickles. Wave won't drag anyone back, and it looks like Team Secret, they're just going to do the best, hitting onto the Ancient. Larinov coming through. Torrent will connect here onto Corden, but if they're going to go Team Tickles, they need to go now. And the damage coming through, they're going to be able to go with the Torrent Storm. Do they have the damage to take down Corden? X marks the spot now as well. But boom, he's still just slapping onto the Ancient, and now he moves over onto Olnet. Olnet, can he get himself back towards that fountain? Larinov and Olnet trying to do what they can. There's still 2 heroes against 4 here. And you can see that Team Secret, they're just taking it in turns to hit onto that Ancient. And it looks like they will be able to finally break it. Taking it down in 34 minutes, 24 kills, and a 38k net worth lead here. Team Secret, they're going to take the first game.
GG, well played. Amazing performance from them there at the end. And we got to finally see what happens when Olnet has BKB in the middle of the fight, right? In retrospect, I think he should have bought the BKB first prior getting the butterfly. Because him just having BKB, being able to run in with the full Eclipse, you saw what happened to Crystallis. Crystallis had, at that point, like 7k gold higher than him. But nonetheless, he just died almost 100-0, just eating all the Eclipse beams, taking all the right-click damage, eating the Glaives with the Aghanim shot from the Luna. Yeah. And made it super difficult for him to fight, but that was the only occasion where Olnet could get in with the BKB in that fashion. Every other time, the game was pretty much already over. And man, I still just go back to thinking, Rob, what would have happened if Team Tickles didn't pursue that one fight? I think this game would have still been going. Olnet would have been able to finish off the BKB in time. Then you have BKB, Manta, Butterfly, and the whole team engaging at once. Yeah. Maybe even having a buyback available for the Luna, but that's not how it shook out. Team Secret made sure to pick very strong lanes, and not just pick strong lanes, but they played around the map quickly, right? They were all, and no matter what the engagement was, all of Team Secret came together. It was 5 heroes all the time, responding to the pressure of Team Tickles. They had the better fight early on. They knew they'd get outscaled eventually, but just make sure you never get to eventually. Win the game when you're at the strongest, and then it goes very well for you in the end.
Yeah, and this is going to be, well, it's at least the first game going the way of Team Secret, but it is a best of 3. It isn't over yet. We're going to be taking a quick 10-minute break, and we'll be back with the second game to see if Tickles can fight back, get themselves a lifeline here, or if Secret, are they going to knock them out in a 2-0? Well, the only way to find out is going to be after this break. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes for the second game of Team Tickles versus Team Secret.
I'm a creature with no skeleton inside your hands. Got no home address, I come and go as you command. And it's fine with me, and it's fine. I'm a bandit that you use to keep from bleeding out. I'm the lover you don't love, but love to keep around. And it's fine with me, promise that it's fine. Maybe I'm a fool. It's not like
welcome back in everybody to the second game of Team Secret versus Team Tickles. In the first game, it wasn't looking too clever there for Team Tickles, but Snur, what do they need to do here to get themselves back into the game? Do you think it's going to be that two-core lineup now instead of putting all the weight onto the shoulders of the Luna here in the second game?
I think in terms of the cores, it was acceptable that they put all the weight on Luna, but it was the supports where things started to fall apart.
Yeah.
They just could not deal any damage whatsoever. Combined, we counted before off camera, both supports did as much damage together as one of the supports individually did on the side of Team Secret. And both of the supports on Team Secret did almost as much damage as the Luna herself, just because there was too much responsibility on her, not enough help from the supporting cast. And I think one of the reasons I also want to see different supports is not just for the additional damage in the mid game, but also the lanes.
Yeah.
The IO and the Pugna were not necessarily able to help get them some very good lanes, especially the IO. Him and the Luna just kept dove on and on, over and over. That gave Alchemist a really good start to the game. That allowed Eki to vacate bottom and help out elsewhere on the map a little bit faster than normal. And then that just blows the entire game wide open. So different supporting costs, stronger lanes is what I want to see coming out of Team Tickles.
Yeah, you mentioned it as well, that the fact that the IO had to hold hands with the Luna in the jungle for like the first, 15, 20 minutes, like I say, that they weren't able to rotate, get these ganks off themselves. We're going to be able to move into the draft to see the side of Team Tickles are going to respond to this one. But what are we looking at? Because we've got the Techies ban out, the Enchantress this time. Monkey King's going to go Bart Rider, Razor. They go straight in for the Doom here, as the Dark Seer as well as the Faceless Void have been banned. It leaves the Vengeful Spirit on the table. It leaves the Chen. It leaves the Chen on the table? Are they sure? Are they serious?
Yeah, I mean, you pick Doom. That's why they picked Doom.
Yeah, okay.
They're like, all right, Ench got banned by Team Secret. Okay, cool, that helps us. We don't have to ban that. We will leave Chen in the pool. We pick up the Doom. If he does go for the Chen, we at least have some way to immediately eat the creep. And the new Doom disables healing, right? So you're not that scared of the Chen all heal. They still go for it, though. I mean, it is Puppy Chen. It is a classic.
Yeah.
But Team Tickles definitely are prepared for this. This is not a surprise for them right now.
And it does leave the... Yeah, so you're talking about, the Doom is nice for Team Tickles, but it does mean that the Timbersaw is still in there. One of the stronger, again, offlaners, I think, in the patch. So we'll see how they're going to go in this next phase of bans. And how much do you actually like this ban order now? You get one hero each, and then you go right back to the bans. Are you liking this, or do you think there's going to another change-up in the future?
Personally, I love it. I really like the fact that they front load a lot of these bans. Because before, there used to be some eras of Dota where some team figures out some stupidly busted strat that you just simply cannot defeat. It's got like some IO Lesh opening phase, some IO gyro. A lot of them involve IO, But now you have to be very circumspect about what your opening is and how you set up in the next phase of banning. I think favors teams to be more versatile, right? So if there's only one hero that you first pick every single game, that hero gets banned. How deep in your bag can you actually reach? This allows for stupidly broken combos and gives opportunities for teams to cancel those out later in the draft. Personally, as a viewer especially, I love seeing this. Puts a lot of pressure on the teams, must suck to be them, but I enjoy watching it.
Yeah, and that's right. We don't care about the teams, right? It's all about the viewer experience. The teams are here to perform for us. That's the entire point of the pro scene. And no, it's just another way, right? Another strategy, like you say, that they need to come up with ways to try and get their heroes in. They've got to prioritize. It makes it a little bit harder to get those busted combos through. And we'll see just how Team Tickles, coming through in this next set of bans. So the Razor's gone, the Ursa's gone here as well. The Monkey King, 3 big heroes that Chrysalis likes to play. And like you said, that maybe he does opt for something like the Lifestealer because he's been playing a few games on that. I'm going to take a look at his pro track as well, just to see what else he has been taking in the just in his pubs, what he's been practicing.
I would not be too upset to see a Weaver emerge here at some point in this draft for the side of Team Secret. I know Chrysalis has played it. It's not necessarily up there in terms of his overall best hero. It's not like his Lifestealer or his Bloodseeker, but I feel like having Weaver in this game, especially for the lane, could be quite nice for them. But he's probably, if we're honest, he's probably picking Lifestealer. That's what's going to end up happening here. Venge gets banned out, so they're not going to have some big minus armor, but I would be... Maybe they go for the Eki hero here. He played Hoodwink in the previous game. Hoodwink could still be pretty good here in tandem with the Chen. I just want to make sure that they get a hero that has a stun and strong lane. So for Eki, that leaves Hoodwink or Lion, one of these 2 heroes for him.
Yeah, and the Lion has been, again, one of the more popular supports of this patch. It's great because we're seeing the Ember Spirits coming out more and more, so it's great against the Ember Spirit. The instant initiation lockdown, they actually go for the Centaur to start, so it's going to be the offlaner for both sides being picked up. And yeah, like you say, that maybe now teams looking to pick up, or at least Team Tickles, they can pick up both of the supports, and Team Secret can respond with at least one of the support, the last support pick. Looking through what else is left, I'm surprised. I'm a little bit surprised. I'm a wee bit surprised that we're not seeing the Wind Ranger being contested, at least in that first draft so far in the second, because that feels like, alongside the Pangolier, the Ember Spirit, the Faceless Void, one of the most popular heroes of the patch. And yeah, Team Secret and Team Tickles both, I guess, just don't like the hero.
In Team Secret, Boom doesn't really play it. Crystallis doesn't really play it safe lane. Corden can play it, but prefers these more active heroes, your Pangos, your Spirits, and the like.
Yeah.
And for Team Tickles, you know, I'm not really going to imagine. Maybe Force could do it at some point, but not necessarily his forte either. So sometimes even the busted hero isn't in your repertoire. You're not going to necessarily bust it out. I am glad, though, that this Hoodwink is in their repertoire. As soon as I saw Centaur come out, I thought that maybe they pick Hoodwink, because now they have Hoodwink Doom lane, right? Very strong lane in general. You have the break from the Sharpshooter onto Centaur. We saw in the previous game how effective that can be. And you have Bushwhack. Bushwhack as a spell against a hero like Chen is phenomenal. So Puppy's going to have to be very careful with his positioning on all of his creeps, making sure they're not all getting caught out in one fell swoop. I really like this opener from Team Tickles, and it fixes the issue that we had in the previous game. Lack of damage from your support. Hoodwink definitely has that in spades, and is a preposterous strong laner. He has another strong laner, another source of damage, and potentially, I saw this in Southeast Asia, this could be the mid-clockwork as well, which is surprisingly busted. Much better than I thought it would be.
I've not seen that yet, and now you've got my hopes up. If this is anything but the mid-clockwork, I'm just going to be super disappointed. In fact, it might just affect my casting, and we'll see how hype I'm going to be able to get for this if this isn't the mid-clockwork, because that is something again, I've not seen. You have to give me the match ID. I have to go back and watch that now. But I did see this in South America coming out yesterday. It was the Lina pickup with the clockwork in the safe lane. So looking to just offer that protection. I thought I'd gone back in time a year, just trip back an entire year. I was like ready to put money on the Premier League matches. But no, it was in 2024. It was still the Lina safe lane with the clockwork support. And to a point, it did work. So that might be something that Team Tickles might be going back to here. But Team Secret, it is the pick. And what are you expecting here? Because you see the potentially the offlane you're playing against. Do you feel here, Team Secret, are they safe to pick up their safe laners? They're carrying that support. Well, the Chen already there.
I think you pick a support and then a hero for Crystallis.
Yeah.
And then you leave Corden's hero for the end of the draft. They have lost overall picks, so they can give him the best possible matchup in the mid lane. I think any hero that buys Forced Off as the position 4 here. So Lion is still fine, definitely. Oh, they actually get the Wind Ranger. Oh, that's what you wanted. The Wind Ranger comes out right now in tandem with the Ember Spirit. It could be the Crystallis Wind Ranger. Actually, has he even played Wind Ranger at all in his professional career? I'm gonna go check.
According to the Pro Tracker, this is just pub matches. This isn't pro matches, but according to the Pro Tracker, in his last 8 days, he's played the Wind Ranger twice and won both games.
Okay. He has 6 professional games on this, and he is, what's his win rate here? 2-4. So only a 33% win rate, but it has been a while. It's been 6 months since he's played it.
Yeah.
It can still be pretty good. It's amazing versus Doom. If it is a safe laner, Doom doesn't have that much armor, so Focus Fire really hurts that hero. Doesn't enjoy dealing with it at all. Looking at the damage output from Team Tickles, they have a lot of magic damage, sure. They have the Sharpshooter, but Wind Ranger with like BKB Wind Run is definitely a difficult customer. I would maybe like it more as a support, but support Wind Ranger just does not feel like it's on the radar right now. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Anything that can get away from Clockwork would be quite nice. So if this is not if it is a support, I hope it buys 4-star. If it's not, whatever support they get should be buying 4-star to get them away from the Clockwork.
And It does allow... the major problem I had with the position 1 Wind Ranger was that it was a single target focus hero. You know, the damage comes out on the focus fire, and then you kind of look around and you go, well, if they're not dead, you know, what do I do now? But with the Ember Spirit coming up alongside the Wind Ranger, that's where you start to split the damage. Ember Spirit being able to get in and out of the fights, the Sleight of Fist, those the remnants coming around as well. You've got the damage coming out from the Flame God. It does start to stack up, and that's where the Wind Ranger can look to pick off and finish off heroes that are getting low from the amount of harass that the Ember Spirit will be able to put out in these fights. So when I first started seeing, like I say, the carry Wind Ranger, I wasn't a fan, but I'm getting more on board with it. I'm not quite there yet, but the more I see, the more convinced I am starting to get.
I'm personally not that convinced yet about the carry Wind Ranger, but results, you know, at some point results are difficult to argue with.
Yeah.
It does seem like Team Tickles feels like this is going to be a support Wind Ranger in the 4 position for Eki. And that means that we still need a hero for Crystallis. Man, dude, you know what really sucks though?
Go on.
You know, game 1, Corden had an okay time in the mid lane. Him and Laranov, they were just trading, whatever. It didn't really matter that much. Here, he is gonna get demolished, dude. This matchup is impossible. Ember Spirit DK for the longest time. I mean, it's better now than it used to be, but it used to be almost like a guaranteed loss almost. So he's going to have a very difficult time. Just for that, honestly, for this matchup, I would prefer if Crystallis has the last overall pick, so they can pick him the kind of carry that can solo the game, right? Because I'm not expecting this Ember to have that much influence, which means they'll have a lot less damage. So whoever ends up in the safe lane for Crystallis, whether it be like some TB, maybe, that could potentially be that useful. They don't have the best illusion clear from the side of Team Tickles. I mean, Dragon Knight's annoying, but I still think they need some big punch for the safe lane if they want to win the game right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at what's left here. They're going to be able to go... Oh, Team Tickles go back for the Luna. Okay, yeah, Clockwork being able to play that bodyguard in the lane. You've got the Luna that's going to be able to output the damage. And this time should be, like Hugh said, a little bit more comfortable for the Luna because it isn't the only source of damage in Team Secret. In for the Timbersaw. So is this a support? It is support. Centaur Warrener.
Support Centaur, yeah. Okay. Okay. Corden. Dude, this is... It's a little bit intriguing to see them go for the Timbersaw into the Luna lane. Because Luna, you know, she does a lot of magic damage earlier.
Mid Timbersaw.
Interesting, okay.
Mid Timbersaw, boom,
Mid-Timbersaw,
Ember Spirit off
thing.
lane. Yeah.
Ember Spirit off lane. You know, I don't mind this because the Ember, like I said, was just not going to have a game from the mid lane up against the DK. You definitely will have a game against Luna. As much as I was mentioning, it's weird to have Timbersaw off lane. Not Ember Spirit does have block on the magic with the Flame God.
Yeah.
This is going to be very intriguing to watch. Okay, Team Secret reaching deep into the bag on this one.
I'm looking at this off lane with the Ember Spirit and the Centaur Warrener, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, okay, this is something I'd see in my pubs when nobody really wants to actually play support, and everybody wants to play mid, but somebody rolled lower, but they still want that mid hero, man. You know, I can have that impact, I can win the game, and Team Secret going to be coming through here with this. Let's say, I don't know, off meta. It is a nice way to put it. Off lane coming through for them, and yeah, I think this is where I'm going to spend most of my time observing because I'm really intrigued to see how this is going to play out.
I mean, Boom used to be a mid lane, right? That's how he made a name for himself in the pro scene. So he definitely is well versed on how this Ember Spirit is supposed to be played, understands how to play the edges, and if he's playing with the Eki Centaur, between the two of them, they might not have as much obscene kill threat diving underneath the tier 1 tower because, of course, there is a Clockwork that's going to be able to block them or prevent them from reaching the Luna. But they can still complicate life for the Luna. Even though there's 2 melee heroes, there is a surprising amount of magic damage that can come out very early on with these heroes. It's going to be entertaining and interesting. I don't think they get as good of a start, though, but the Ember Spirit definitely has a better game than he would if he was going mid against a DK. He would have gotten Ruffle Stomp there. But now if it's DK versus Timber, Timber simply does not care about the DK whatsoever. Later on in the game, he also is going to be pretty decent against the Doom and the DK. If he's not the one that's getting doomed up, then suddenly Whirling Death and Chakram do quite a lot of work against these extremely high HP targets.
And it's... Yeah, I'm looking at it myself, and I'm thinking, yeah, the Ulna isn't the highest attack range hero in the game. Like you say, there is that first share of magic damage coming through. I'm just wondering what the build is going to be. Have you seen much of this support Centaur? You know, what is the build-up here for Eki coming through the lane stage? Do you still just kind of... I can't even say still, because the Veil is what the offlaners are going for, but as that support Centaur, are you just trying to get yourself into the quickest blink possible?
Depends on the game. From what I've seen so far, it's either you go for the early blink or you go for stuff to start things off. But there's a fight to start
Double
things off.
series change, yeah. Power shot's going to come through first blood. It's going to be Ducalis going down to Puppy. Another chase onto Laurenoff. Laurenoff, this is not a great start either way for him. He's going to go down, and Eki picks it up. Both supports, they are going to be the ones picking up the first blood, the second blood here. And it's a great start once again for Team Secret. A little bit rough, but at least the Dragon Knight, you know, he's going to be able to TP himself into the lane. I think it would have been worse if he'd have had to walk back to lane on no health and just kind of had to walk back, TP himself into the lane. At least he comes back fresh here.
Looks like they've made a switch up though. They're putting Puppy bottom with the Ember Spirit, and they're allowing the Centaur to go top. I mean, this is pretty decent because if Chen has a little bit of an army, then Ducalis is going to be kind of very upset because then the battery assault's just going to get eaten up by the Chen creeps.
Yeah.
And top lane, they needed someone beefy to stand in front of Crystallis, make sure he doesn't eat too much harass because there is kill threat with the Doom and the Hoodwink. But with Eki being in that position, he breaks that up, allows Crystallis the space and the freedom to just farm for free. And if he's just farming and not getting harassed too much by Norman, Crystallis can put pressure onto Force.
Yeah.
Doom is not the highest armor hero in the world. And Crystallis can just keep peppering him with right clicks the entirety of the time.
And yeah, these power shots coming through as well onto Force. If he can set up the Stomp, it won't connect here now as well. The Acorn shot, it bounces back between the creeps, so nothing on Crystallis. And yeah, it's... Once that focus fire starts to come out a little bit later on in the lane, it is going to be rough for Force. You know, even if he's got that, well, he's got to pray that he's got his Doom, he can throw it off and just walk himself away. Because like you say, if the Centaur gets on top and the focus fire starts to come out, we might see this Doom lose his life more than once in the lane. And Force, it's been rough 2 games in a row. We'll see how it is going to play out for him. Bushwhack onto the Centaur, no real follow-up though as Force, when he just wants to get towards those neutrals, towards the dire creeps here as well.
Crystallis should free farm in this lane. Should be a-okay. Mid lane, Corden should also be able to... Well, both of them should be able to get their farm. But as I say that, Corden is doing a number onto Laurenoff. That first blood really affected him because Corden got the positioning on the high ground before he came back. Already harassing him quite low. I mean, this is DK, so once you get more levels into the Dragon Blood passive, you don't care that much. You start to recover. But these first couple of waves and that death earlier on has made this start of this game much harder for Laurenoff than it should have been otherwise.
How hard do you think it gets when the ultimate Year 1 Conan starts to throw out the chakram here as well for Laurenoff? Because Laurenoff losing a lot of stats, a lot of damage being taken by the Whirling Death, and until he gets that Dragon form up, is it just kind of be, you know, get whatever you can out of this lane? Because Conan getting a lot of harass off even without right clicks on the Dragon Knight, and Dragon Knight being forced all the way back, it seems, behind the Tier 1.
Oh my god, is Conan just gonna dive him and try and kill him right now?
He
doesn't have access. He has 2 points Whirling Death, 1 point Timber Chain. He just cracked level 4.
Does he have the mana? Does he have the mana? I don't think he does.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's about the mana. I don't think he has enough armor stacks. If he had more reactive armor stacks right now he's chilling on 0.
Yeah.
Then you definitely make this dive. After the creep dies, I don't know. Maybe you actually go for this. Maybe you go for this, but it feels a bit too risky. I think you just like secure the lane. We'll see what he decides to do. Yeah, he's just going to secure the lane.
Yeah.
It's a bit too risky without reactive armor stacks.
Oh, the courier. Got to be careful here. This is going to be his... Oh, it might just be a dead courier. No, it is going to be the Bassi ring coming out here for the Timber Sword. But the creeps being pushed underneath the Tier 1 tower here. Corden, you said it about the Alchemist in the last game, but it feels comfortable here for Corden that he is just going to be happy to sit close to this Tier 1 tower and just constantly get these Whirling Deaths off onto the Dragon Knight.
Another thing we have to mention about them swapping these lanes like this is that Puppy being in the bottom side of the map with the Chen means that he's playing away from the Doom.
Yeah.
So doesn't have to worry about the Devour putting problems onto him. Speaking of Devour though, Eki ends up dead in the top lane. Doom Hoodwink, man. There's definitely kill threat on this side of the map.
Yeah, and that's just so obnoxious. You can get the Tornado coming out from the little Wildling Rippers, throw that one out and Force, even though he's trying to play that bodyguard, he just has to sit himself, well, he doesn't have to sit himself in there, but it's just so uncomfortable to be in and around trying to get that harass off, and it will eventually cost him his life.
Yep.
So... how's it looking?
Eki, because he's playing support, doesn't have the usual double ring of protection that these Centaurs roll with. So, not going to be able to easily get away. They're actually going to dive top. Crystallis in a bit of danger here. Forced to win run.
Does he get himself away from this one? They might be able to turn this around. No, the Tornado comes out once again. There's no Shackle Shot here for Crystallis as well, level 3. So he's not going to be able to get that extra lockdown onto the Doom, slow him down. And that Tornado just playing a good, once again, just the divider between the two players, the two teams. And we'll see Chrysalis being forced back. Not a lot of regen left here. Narman comes forward, but it's going to be the double edge coming through from the Centaur. Centaur, what's he want to do? Because Force, look at him. He's just marching on towards Crystallis. Does he get the damage off here now as well? Trying to go for the right clicks, but there is going to be another wind run coming out now as well. Force, can he get himself out of this one? Power shot coming through from the Wind Ranger might be enough to take Narman down. So Narman, got to be careful. The stomp into the power shot. It's just like, I know what I'm talking about here. They get the kill onto Narman, and Narman just a little bit too far forward with not a lot of health.
Almost like you do this for a living. Almost.
Yeah, and we'll see the tornado coming through again, chasing Eki back. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane, you can see that once again, Corden, he's not shy of getting right up into the Dragon Knight's face, and the Dragon Knight here opting for that third point in the Dragon's Blood, so he's got some regen coming through, but Corden, again, once he hits that 6, how awkward is it going to be for the Dragon Knight in the mid lane?
He's probably hoping that 6 comes as he gets his own 6. He actually might be forced into getting it pointed to Dragon Tail rather than Elder Dragon form at level 6. But I still think overall he shouldn't be that afraid of dying.
Yeah.
Should still be fine for the most part. But Corden obviously is just going to free farm here. The main issue that's going to happen once he gets level 6 is what happens if a rotation comes in. Then we need to start worrying about where Boom is on the map. And there's level 6.
It's not enough for the kill.
But he should be fine.
Well, maybe not. I mean, the Timber Chain is going to come back up. Corden, 3 points in the Whirling Death, and the Dragon Knight goes bye-bye.
Oh, snap. 3 points Whirling Death, bro.
Yeah, man.
What can you do?
Kind of sit there and die. I think that's the only option. They're just going to be the rotation coming through from Eki here on the bottom lane. Olnik going to be put under pressure, and Boom should be able to pick up that kill. And he doesn't actually have any points of the Flame Guard, so going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Eki picks up that kill now. Ducalis could be in trouble. Searing Chains and the Shackles coming through. Ducalis, does he go down? Slide of Fist, Searing Chains, and the damage of the Blood Grenade. It's just going to be the cherry on top. Not the very tasty cherry, but a cherry nonetheless. And Eki gets himself a double kill here in this lane.
How did Eki get that kill on the Clockwork?
Blood Grenades. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Blood Grenade. Okay. That's I'd be so pissed if I was Boom. I'd be like, really seriously, bro? Both of them, bro?
No, alright.
But then
There's no kill steal. This is Pro Dota. There's no kill steals in Pro Dota. It's all kill secures, you know?
Kill secure.
Yeah,
I see.
And speaking of kill secures,
Mid lane, Larnoff is dead.
yeah,
He's dead.
Eki might be able to get another one. The Chakram does connect Larnoff, though, playing towards the tier 2 tower, and like you say, Eki, he's only level 4, there's no Stampede to come into this one. Gets a really nice ward between the two towers, but for now, they won't be able to get the kill onto the Dragon Knight.
I think you just stick around. Bring this wave in. It's not going to take him that long to finish it off on Corden. You're also bringing in the additional support of Puppy. He's dead, dude.
Yeah.
There's no way Larnoff gets himself out of this one.
Larnoff, he might just...
Oh, wait, what? They're leaving him?
Oh, Eki. I thought he was hiding himself in the trees to come out for the stomp, but he just goes for the Watcher as Larnoff backs himself away, and there's no stomp available. I think that Eki, he's aware that Chrysalis is being put under a lot of pressure in this top lane, and he realizes he can't be spending all of his time in mid lane. He has to come back and help out his carry here.
Oh, did you see Crystallis dodging that bushwhack? If he gets bushwhacked there, he's in a lot of trouble. But him being able to evade that keeps him alive. Everything's Gucci for him right now. And he doesn't still have a point into the shackle shot, so they can't play super aggressively just yet. But I don't think Eki dies just yet. And Norman misses the bushwhack this time onto Eki.
Yeah, just a little bit too far out here. We are going to see the rotation coming through from the Timbersaw, though. Chase coming back. Which way's the Doom gone? The Doom's going to go the long way around. Can he get himself away from this one? He's going to be slowed down a little bit. Walking himself out now, but Corden with a dive in. Can he get the kill? He doesn't connect onto the tree. No power shot out. He's already used that as well. Wind Ranger. Does he get it? Wrong direction. Won't be able to hit onto either of the two heroes here on the side of Team Tickles. But look at this. Eki, not shy once again, going behind towers. Dragon Knight does rotate in now. Dragon Tail comes through. Corden, what can they do? It's going to be slowed down just a little bit. Throws out the Chakram. Does connect onto the Cows. They're going to walk themselves up into a double stomp. The double edge comes through now. It's a little Timber Chain. And look at this Timbersaw. He should be able to get himself the pick of the buffet. And it's going to be 1. It's going to be 2. It's going to be some good kills from Secret.
Top lane, they're going on to Force now with the focus fire.
Yeah, and Chrysalis going to be able to run himself away. Force, he can't get a wrench for this one. The Acorn shot's going to connect. Narman, though. Oh, Chrysalis, it was just enough to put pressure. But do we see the charge in? Eki, still only level 5. Force super low. And it's going to be the creeps taking the tower shots now as well. The Storm comes out onto Hoodwink. Double Edge going to be coming through now as well. Can they get the damage to get the kill? Eki, this time, he will be taking tower shots. Has to move himself away. TP coming in from the Clockwork. That Rocket Flare. And Narman, Ducalis, they get enough just to split the kill between them.
A little bit optimistic there coming in from Eki, so eroding some of the advantage that they've gained, but nonetheless killing off the DK yet again, bringing down the Clockwork, forcing Force to go all the way back to base. Team Secret still will take it. And despite the fact that they don't have an Alchemist, they still find themselves with a 4k gold lead at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, and Ember Spirit now, just looking at what Boom's going towards, it's going to be the Spirit Vessel coming out for him, or we might see another fight here on the top lane. Oh, Chrysalis still forced. He's only level 5, so no Doom to come out here. He does have the clap that he picked up from the Tomato, but yeah, they won't be able to get off. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, oh, Dakalis was that Chakram 4 seconds away. Corden won't be able to follow it up with the Timber Chain, so opts to put the aggression onto Lorinoff, and Lorinoff, he's going to be able to outlast this with only a 1-on-1. A lot of health left now. It does feel like Timbersaw, that kill potential, it's a little bit more difficult to take down the Dragon Knight 1 versus 1.
He's going for this Veil soon. There's so much magic damage that they have on their lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, Crystalis is going to buy Maelstrom, so there's some magic damage. Mid, actually, they're going to try and fight him.
Hand of God comes out. They're going to be able to get the kill onto the Timbersaw now as well. Slider Fist comes out with the Searing Chains and boom. Looking towards Norman. Eki TPs himself in. He has that Remnant to jump himself away to if he needs it. Stomp onto the Doom, but boom, he still wants his kill onto Norman. Norman, Slider Fist coming through here. Can he get the kill? One more little bit of damage, but they do get the kill onto Eki. And now the Bushwhack. He's going to jump himself away to a Remnant as boom gets the kill onto Norman after the fact. And Lorinoff with this amplified damage rune. Dragon Form is up. He might be able to take this tier 1 tower and make things just a little bit awkward here for Team Secret.
Looks like Puppy didn't get the memo that Doom disables heal right now. He tried to save the Timbersaw with that Chen all heal. Made absolutely zero difference. They get the kill. It does take quite a lot of commitment resource-wise, but nonetheless, still feels very, very good for them.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important to kill a hero that's had such a good start, right? Because look how much gold they got out of it. Both the Doom and the DK got 430 gold and 463 gold respectively. That's a lot of scratch picked up for killing 2 heroes in the mid lane.
And it does bring that net worth back down to about 3k in favor of Secret. But again, any fight's a good fight here at the minute for Team Tickles. I'm just looking in terms of the core farm, not by a lot, but Chrysalis is the lowest in terms of the Secret net worth. So we'll see how Windranger, he's going towards the Maelstrom. That's how he's going to be able to recover. Seen by this ward, but no rotations. Level 6 onto Callisto, so they might be able to line up this hookshot onto the Windranger because she is under vision.
This game, you know, in the previous game we saw Mage Slayers being bought by Eki and well Puppy.
Yeah.
I think they definitely need a Mage Slayer on them. Oh man, Ducalis, you're so dead.
Yeah.
Crystalis dead. Bye bye.
And Force not going to be able to get in range. It doesn't matter. They got the long arm, well, even Scorched Earth. That's what's going to finish the kill off for the Doom. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they take down the tier 1 tower. Puppy could be the one that gets the credit for it. But yeah, you can see that Secret maybe trying to get this pace back that they got in the first game. You'll keep this pressure on. And Team Tickles, do they have a better response here, do you think, in this second game?
Oh, definitely. They have much better tools. Their supports initiate. They have some damage output from them. They can respond so much better. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch.
Yeah.
Okay, they didn't respond to the one, but they can respond. You know, in principle, they can.
They threw a little bit quicker. Yeah, they maybe could have responded to that, but boom, right on top, helping out Corden get the kill onto the Luna. And yeah, the TPs, they were just a little bit lacking here from the side of Team Tickle. So look at this, the pressure from putting out for Team Secret, 12 minutes in, they want to go for another tier 2 tower. They want to be making this life awkward once again for the Luna and make it Allnet just have to survive in his triangle.
Not like in the previous game, Allnet does not have the backup of having Ayo and Pugna, so it's actually easier to kill. Has to play a lot more carefully. I must say, Boom is going to complicate everybody's life so much. He already has Spirit Vessel, and the world is his oyster for this Ember Spirit. He can go for the Mage Slayer next. He can go for Shivas in this game. Both of them are absolutely insane options. But imagine Spirit Vessel Shivas into a Doom, Dragon Knight, and an eventual Satanic Luna. That just feels on paper like a phenomenal set of itemization. But even if he just goes Mage Slayer, still a lot of their damage output right now is going to be magical on the side of Team Tickles.
And
so this Ember Spirit not going mid feels like it's created so many opportunities for Team Secret.
yeah, and you can split up the responsibilities, right? Because the Centaur runner, even though he's playing this cosplay 5 as the position 4, he's still going towards his Blink Dagger. He could still go to the Veil a little bit later on. Get that Shivas. It would be a lot later. Allnet could be dove once again here. We've got the 3-man smoke coming out. Is Boom going to be one to initiate? And Allnet, no BKB. The Remnant dive forward coming out from the Ember Spirit now as well. And Allnet, yes, Steering Shades come through. Lockdown, even the Verdant Dale, is it called? The Verduous Dale here from the Seeds of Serenity. Not going to be able to get the heal off in time. And Luna's just dead. And this is the thing, right? You take this tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. It makes it so predictable where the Luna's going to be farming that you can't just group up for this 3-4-man gank squad and make life difficult for the Luna in the second game.
Also, shout out to Eki for planting this Observer Ward here on the high ground. next to where this outpost is. That gave them their perfect vision as to exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
But they're actually fighting bottom onto Ember. He gets doomed and killed. Very nice.
Nice response here, yeah, smoke coming through, they still have that hook shot if they want to throw it out, but that's a 4-man, maybe don't throw yourself into that particular mosh pit here if you're on the side of Team Tickles. You just wait it out, you got your kill onto Boom. How much gold did they get from that? Still a half-decent amount for the Doom here, so yeah, they're just going to be happy with what they got. They protected the tier 2 tower in the mid lane, and they can just back themselves away knowing that they got something from this.
Like he's going Eternal Shroud on Boom next. Try to deal with all this magic damage that's coming out. I mean, I'm fine with this. Somebody else can probably get the Mage Slayer. What other itemization is coming out? So for Team Tickles, the most important thing I think is going to be Olnet's itemization. In particular, when does he find access to having the BKB? Without BKB, these fights for him are just impossible. You have to deal with the magic damage output from the Wind Ranger. You have to worry about Ember jumping on top of you. You have to worry about this very annoying Centaur. But more importantly, you gotta worry about this extremely overfarmed Timber Soul.
Yeah.
If you don't have BKB, this hero will make you food. So you definitely need to try find some way to get close to that item. He's gonna go for the Manta Shivas, or Manta Shard rather. And last game he went for the Butterfly heads up. In this game, magic damage is too overwhelming. Nobody on his team is gonna be buying Pipe of Insight. There's only gonna be one Mage Slayer on the Hoodwink, so definitely BKB should be the port of call for him.
Yeah, and we'll see if that's going to be the itemization, and hopefully this time, you know, the shard will work right off the bat here. But is that the Blink Dagger coming in for the... No, it's just a ward coming in for the Centaur. Still about 400, 500 gold for the Centaur. We're on a Blink Dagger. Once that comes out, life is going to get a little bit more uncomfortable here. But speaking about uncomfortable, Hand of God, Crystal's trying to do what he can. Focus fire. Bushwhack comes through, Corden trying to protect his teammate, but it looks like the Wind Ranger... Does he go down? No! He gets the kill onto Callus. He turns it around. He turns it with the no you and says, Norman, you are going to be the next one. Is that Shackles? They don't even need it. They've just got the absolute shredder of Corden here on this Timbersaw, and Norman disappears before our very eyes.
Double Bracer Power Trades Wind Ranger, fam. Surprisingly difficult to kill.
Yeah.
Having the Wind Run as well. Ends up staying alive, killing off the Clockwork. And more importantly, denying them the opportunity to actually get some advanced vision on the map. Because they die where they do, that's it, right? They get to reclaim the potential. They get to take the tier 2 tower middle as well. So Team Secret just reasserting just how strong they are. And even Crystallis, the target of that fight, he's the one that's able to come through and basically finish off the tier 2 tower in this mid lane.
And yeah, just quick TP back, because this is the thing, right? They've lost the tier 1 tower top, which isn't the worst thing in the world because you have the outpost right next to where it's going to be, but you still have full map control. You have that tier 1 tower mid and bottom here as well. So yeah, getting right back into these fights, it doesn't take too long, especially for someone like the Wind Ranger, who's going to be able to just win run, catch up with the rest of his team. So
she's now finishing off the tier 1 tower top. Very shortly gonna have Lincoln Sphere, and they need this link to blink stun her in order to be able to bring her down. Fortunately, they do have the Clockwork, and Clock can certainly help with the long range hook shot, but still gonna make life more difficult. And they're gonna try and at least force a fight before these big items arrive right now, but there's no easy angle for Ducalis to try and engage here.
Yeah, look at this jump in. Corden's going to be the Stampede to chase to get chased down onto Force. He throws the Doom out now onto the Timbersaw, but he is going to be dead. And Timbersaw just needs to walk himself away. Doom is going to be about halfway through, and the man still has most of his health left here. Shackles latches onto Lornoff, but there wasn't a follow-up here for it to go to. But you see Boom jumping in. Dragon Tail comes through. Do they have the lockdown onto Lornoff? Where's that Searing Chain? It's going to be at least onto the Clockwork. Clockwork drops those cogs. Lornoff on the high ground. He's going to go down, and the Clockwork will be next. Norman from the high ground here, trying to get the pin onto the Timbersaw, but the Timbersaw, he had that regen route to come through even after the Doom gets used. He's pretty much back at full health, and he's going to put the pressure. Force Olnet away. Olnet TP. There's no Hex. There's no Yule Scepter. So the Luna will get out alive. But look at this. You're losing the tier 2 tower. And once again, 8k net worth here. Team Secret, they've taken full control of this game in the first 18 minutes.
Look at Corden's build, fam. Blink, Veil, and Shivas, all of them arriving at what, 18 minutes, 30 seconds, 35 seconds,
yeah,
given the courier trajectory. This is an obscene amount of farm available on this Timber. He's dishing out so much magic damage. Now they're disabling all this heal with the Shivas, and they still have the Spirit Vessel coming through from Boom. This game has just gone from bad to worse, and sadly, in a very similar situation as in game 1, Luna's not ready to fight just yet.
No.
And she's going to be the one that's necessary here. They have some, they have some utility coming out of the Doom. DK, not in a position where he can fight just yet in terms of damage output. He has Blink Mage Slayer, doesn't have a BKB, doesn't have an AC, doesn't have a Manta, no nothing that makes him a threatening prospect in these fights. So Team Secret feel like they can do whatever the hell they want, and if they win this next fight, gonna be a free Roshan for them as well.
Yeah, and this is the thing, yeah, like you say, it feels like an off-lane DK here. He just doesn't have the items to keep up. Boom. Well, they might be able to take the kill on Ducalis. Ducalis will go down. The next one on the menu is Ulna. He throws that Eclipse out, but like you say, no BKB now. They might be able to get the kill onto the Centaur, but that is a support Centaur. Actually, look at the damage coming through.
Whoa.
He will be taken down in the end. Backlines do the kill onto Narman here. Narman trying to do what he can to waste a little bit of time. He'll survive for a little bit longer, but okay, fair enough. Got to respect the Luna damage there. Was doing a whole lot coming through. Wasn't able to sustain. You know, the rest of his team were pretty much out of there, and even 1 versus 3, it looked nice, but just not enough here. Chrysalis, do they move themselves into the Roche pit?
Man, if Luna was like more farmed, had better parity with the other heroes in the game, if she already had the Aghanim shard, I think they actually could have won that fight because that bushwhack was literally perfect. Ducalis is gonna die bottom again. You know, I don't think Force should try and force a fight here. Let it go, Force. Let it go. Okay, he's gonna go for it.
Doom comes in. Yeah, Chrysalis taking a lot of damage here. The Wind Ranger is still pretty squishy here, but you've got the rest of the heroes grouping up. Really good double stomp coming out here from that Centaur now as well. Narman, can he get himself away from this one? Laroff will be able to get the TP. He knows that hoof stomp's already been used here. Narman in the trees, trying to run himself away. Backlines, you can see they've already got this kill. Can they go into Force now as well? Boom. Where's that Searing Chains? 2 seconds. Sleight of Fist. Remnant going to be able to catch up. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. And now the lockdown comes out. Chakram onto the Doom. The Doom's already used his ultimate, and he is just going to be doomed himself here. And we'll see 20 seconds on the board. Tier 1 tower still standing. Do they want to go into this Roche pit while it's daytime, or do they have more, you know, the red mist, has it fully descended onto Team Secret? Are they going to look for more kills?
I guess you have to wait for the Wind Ranger anyway.
Yeah.
Before you can actually take down the Roshan. You know, in retrospect, that ended up being not so bad. I still think it wasn't really worth it. They lost like several heroes for that kill on the Wind Ranger, but it definitely could have been much worse given how this game has been going for them. And it would have been a lot better if one of the other cores, if Ulnit was there as well, but at least DK was involved in the kill and got to escape. And that's going to bring him closer towards actually having BKB. But still, it's really tough, man. And Secret, they don't necessarily even have to force fights anymore, right? They just have to make sure that they hold position, keep their map control up. They're the ones with wards everywhere. And now they're going to just easily take the Roche. Once Crystallis is back online, Roshan will die. They've got the Alpha Wolf nearby for the additional damage. And there's an Aegis now for this Wind Ranger. She's going to be able to stay alive. This is tough. And to make matters worse, you know, the only reason she died in that previous engagement is that she got doomed. Now she has a Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah.
So going to be much more difficult to accomplish that particular end for Force.
And at least on the bright side, you know, we have confirmation that the shard is working right off the, you know, the bat for Luna right out of the gate. But yeah, no, like you say, it looks like it is good with that BKB before the butterfly here for Ulnit, and Ulnit level 16. In terms of net worth, you don't often see a Luna sitting in, what, 5th position with these glaives being able to farm up, but it feels like Secret, they have just found that aggression, they found the pressure to put onto Ulnit, made it really unsafe for her to farm, and not really getting the best, you know, it's not the high level farm that she was looking for, creep waves as well as being able to dip into the jungle, just fully committed into the jungle, while Team Secret, they'll go in tier 3s with this Aegis.
Something else we don't often see is a DK, mid-DK, with less farm than the opposing Chen. That is not something that you see every day.
He was shut down hard against this Timbersaw. That Timbersaw, it was a great pickup from Team Secret. Storm comes in. In fact, this might be the death of the Dragon Knight. The Dragon Knight, he just falls, and once again, Corden will be able to get the kill 44 seconds before the big man's back up here. And yeah, you've got a Black Dragon pushing in from the Chen now as well. You're going to be able to take Ducalis. He dives himself in. Cogs do go down, but look at this. The jetpack comes out. Where's that Doom? Backlines. They're going to be able to try and get onto this one. They've already got the kill onto Ducalis. The sharpshooter comes through, and boom, he might go down to this Doom. Only he dives himself in, but still no BKB. He dives himself in to his death. Ooh, boom. Is this enough to get the kill? That Doom, it might just be enough to take him down. In the end, he will fall. But 4 heroes dead on the side of Team Tickles, and Team Secret, they're just going to carry on going.
Yep. I think that's game, honestly. If you can't defend this particular fight, at this point in the game, you still don't have any BKB on your Luna or DK. You have 1 BKB on Doom. He gets the Doom out with spells onto Ember Spirit. You kill Ember, and you still lose the fight that hard. I mean, the writing is on the wall at this point. They're gonna leave out of respect because they kind of struggle to push these towers that quickly. But
yeah,
nonetheless, it does feel like this game is the beginning of the end. And to make matters even worse, because of the fact that Ulnit is not ready with the full right-click damage output, as we've mentioned, all that damage is kind of magical. Now there's a Pipe of Insight on Puppey. Pipe of Insight on Puppey, an Eternal Shroud on the Ember Spirit. All that's lacking is somebody having bought the Mage Slayer, but
Is it-
honestly, they don't even need it. The way he does have
Yeah,
Ember Spirit
it's
has
on the
Mage
Ember
Slayer
Spirit.
as well.
Yeah. So,
Oh. And we were talking about Eki's build earlier, and I was saying he needs to go Blink Force off. He
Yeah.
already has it. So now the biggest source of initiation that they have that can actually catch Crystallis, that can catch Boom, which is the hook shot from the Clockwork, gets immediately countered out if Centaur is nearby. And they just force them out of the cogs, and these heroes will always survive the fight. And speaking of cogs, Cog will not save you here, Ducalis. He's just gonna die here.
yeah, he throws out all the cogs. It might save him for a little bit. He's got that jetpack TP away, but do they have the lockdown onto him?
way.
Ducalis,
No way.
by the oil on his cogs, will be able to get himself alive here. The Dragon Knight, though, he's not going to be so lucky. He will go down. Focus fire coming out from Crystallis. He still has the Aegis, 1 minute and 48 away here. And the DK, he's dead, no buyback. So are they going to be able to go for another tier 3 tower? While this is going in, you've got the Timbersaw pushing the lane as well. The Chen army looking to group up. And Olin, he's not even here. He desperately wants that BKB. But he is going to be so far away from it. He's going to be at 1,600 gold. And I don't know if he actually survives through the fight without it. Dive in, Doom onto Boom once again. Are they going to be able to get the kill onto the Emperor again? Now Stomp comes out, Shackles onto Force, and Force, he is just going to fall here. Look at him, Mel, even through the... Was that his BKB? It was. They have the damage out. Boom, he might go down. No, this time he will survive through the Doom, and then he's going to have the heals up from the Chen. They're going to be able to get themselves a second, maybe even a third lane of racks here, and Snur, Tickles, lie to me if you have to. How do they find out this game? What can they do to keep this from ending in the next couple of minutes?
By some miracle, keep Olnit alive, but even then,
Yeah.
even if he survives here, okay, that's a good kill onto that Centaur.
Yeah, Searing Chains.
But Eki, he realizes what the situation. He buys back. He knows that they're so much stronger right now. They can actually get the Megas out of this. Even with the 4 or 5 hero complement, they don't have Doom anymore. They don't have the DK form anymore. They don't have Hookshot.
No.
All they have is Eclipse, but Olnit doesn't have a BKB, so he can't reach forward. He just dies.
He doesn't have his life, yeah. He has to buy back if they have any chance of withstanding this here. And he is going to buy back, but that is going to be his BKB gold here. So we'll see what he's going to try and do. Fight in, jump in from the Doom. What can he do? The Eclipse is going to start to fly out now as well. Laroff, he does have that Dragon Form coming through. And Force, he is just going to be ripped apart. They're going to be able to go for any more. Yeah, GG is going to be called, guys. Stick this one on a mixtape because this is an absolute wrap of the series. And Tickles, unfortunately, will be dropping out. Team Secret move through 2-0 to the next round and looking to get themselves through into the that third qualifying place here. Secret taking this one 2-0.
Damn, I wonder, did somebody on Team Tickles, did they offend Puppy and the boys? What did they do? Because this was, some demolition that came out from Team Secret. They did not come to play. Maybe upset about the loss that they suffered the other day against Sandra. And they're like, all right, y'all think we're trash. Let's show you what's up. Let's demonstrate why we still have so many luminary players on the squad. Man, that was, wow. That was something coming out of Team Secret. And, one thing that Team Tickles did do better in the lanes this time around. They definitely got more kills earlier on. They were looking a bit more solid. Unfortunately, we still had a situation where one of the lanes went disastrously, right?
Yeah.
Mid lane, when they pick the DK, right, in their mind, they're thinking to themselves, all right, guys, we've got DK into the Ember Spirit. We're going to have a very good matchup into the Ember Spirit. The DK is going to get the blink super fast. He'll be the one rotating around the map, setting things up for us so we can get follow-up kills. And then that way, Ember Spirit is too delayed. He's too far behind to make the adequate responses. The opposite thing ends up happening. Ember Spirit goes into the Luna lane, does really well for himself. The DK gets absolutely demolished by Corden. And even though the early game for Force didn't necessarily go as bad as it could have on the Doombringer, just, it's been a long time, firstly, since Doom has been that hero that'll open up the map for you, right?
Yeah.
And secondly, that's definitely not going to happen if he buys Midas first item. It's going to take a long time before he gets to the blink, before he has a Shivas, a BKB, these sort of things. And in that time period, Team Secret's like, well, we can fight. You guys can't. We're just going to keep fighting you. And what are you going to do about it? You guys can only fight us when you have, the only kills we saw early, think about it, from Team Tickles, is when they went Hook, Doom. Here's this DK with some follow-up damage. Maybe a Lucent Beam or two from the Luna. Hoodwink needs to pop off the Sharpshooter. For Team Secret, Corden can kill you alone. Boom with Eki, the two of them can kill you by themselves. Crystallis, you try to jump him, he's usually getting some counter kills. This game just became way too easy to play from Team Secret's perspective because of that very smart lane swaps and, generally speaking, very good drafting, which feels good because normally when you think of Puppy, you think about solid drafts, and we definitely got that out of him today.
Yeah, it looks amazing. You know, they had a game plan they executed, like you say, being able to shift that Timber Saw into mid. They felt comfortable giving Boom that the Ember Spirit. Like you say, he did make his name as that mid laner, so he will be comfortable on the hero here as well. And that is going to end it here for Team Tickles versus Team Secret. Secret moving through 2-0. And Snurt, thank you very much for joining me here on the cast. That wraps it up for me in through Western Europe for all of the ESL qualifiers. Are we going to be seeing you a little bit more? Have you got any more games coming up?
Nah, my friend, this is our first time casting together, and it's my last one for these particular qualifiers. So from here on out, I'm just going to be sitting back and being a spectator like everyone else.
Well, chill. We do have the ESL Brum qualifiers coming up in the next, I think it's what, the 25th it starts as well. So maybe some more chances to cast together. But once again, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. I hope you've enjoyed the cast. For now, the stream will swap over. We'll get that next series coming through. No, it's going to be Seek and Strike on Winter. And I'm not sure what channel that is on, but it's on one of the ESL channels. You know, you go on the Dota, you'll be able to find it. For now, thank you very much, but we are going to say goodbye. We'll see you next time we go live, and adios.